Comedy Writers Guild.
Comedy Writers Guild.
Motherfucking Comedy Writers Guild.
Comedy Writers Guild, CWG.
My man Harmon, he's hilarious, he's wonderful. He's not me on Facebook anymore, thank God. He was scaring me with that because he was so good at it.
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck is up, you beautiful fucked up people? What's going on? Another beautiful Thursday. You know, Thursday's a new Friday now that Comedy Writer Guild is in town. Am I right? So we have an amazing episode lined up for you guys today. As always, episode 13. We are 13 episodes deep so far, and I hope everybody is just as excited as I am about this. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I am Harmon. I am the creator of the Comedy Writers Guild, and as always, I have my amazing co-host, Travis Wayne. So tonight, let me hop into how it works in case you haven't been here before, right? So how it works is we will start off with a joke setup or concept, and it is your job to deliver the funniest punchlines in the comments. You have 15 minutes to submit your answers, or just give a thumbs up to your favorite responses. Meanwhile, we will try our best to keep you entertained with our hilarious and spontaneous banter on topics of conversation that just happen to naturally arise. Okay, so you guys get it. We're going to toss out a joke concept to you guys, and it's up to you. You don't have to participate by giving your punchline, but we do encourage you to at least give a thumbs up to who you thought had the funniest punchline. So now that we got that out of the way, let's hop into it. Tonight's first joke concept of the night, we have, what's a problem we couldn't have imagined that kids would have? And Travis is going to put that up on the screen. So in case you forget, it'll be right at the top of the screen. So what's a problem that we couldn't have imagined that kids would have? There's your concept. That being said, you guys know that I always like to make the first joke concept kind of related to whoever the special guest is going to be for the week. Right. Last week we had Bill Rhodes, the foul mouth teacher, on. So we had a teacher concept, or a student concept rather. This week, he is no longer a kid. Right. He's officially 18 years old. But we have the youngest special guest that we've ever had on the Comedy Writers Guild, and I am super excited about this. The guy just turned 18 years old. I found him on Instagram about a month and a half ago. Thought he was absolutely hilarious, way ahead of his time. So I'd like to get to know him a little better, and he seems to be a fan favorite. So tonight, episode 13, Comedy Writers Guild, we introduce to you guys Aiden Bloch.
Yeah.
Aiden, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So my first question is to you is, how fucking dare you, dude? How dare you be so fucking young, but absolutely hilarious? Where's that come from?
Thank you. I don't know. I mean, a lot of I have no clue. I just found it.
That's awesome. So like most of the time, people that are funny have like either like a fucked up childhood or some traumas.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I didn't want it to get too dark.
Nah, dude. Take it any direction you want here. Free reign.
Yeah.
Want to compare traumas, dude? Let's do it.
I mean, I don't know. My childhood wasn't too fucked up. I mean, there was things, but I think a lot of it was just the motivation to just always make people laugh. So, yeah.
For sure. Sometimes you want, like, I know for me, maybe I wanted somebody to make me laugh when I was younger because of
Right.
situations I was in. So now when I got older, I'm that person. you know?
Right.
Yeah, I get it. A lot of people are gonna say, and I'm sure you've probably maybe have heard people say already, like, since you were so young, they're like, oh, somebody's writing his jokes for him. Is that the case?
No, I mean, when I started comedy, a couple of my comedy friends, they would say, "Oh, say this because you can say it," and I would say those jokes, but that's
Yeah.
not the case anymore. That was when I was 15, and they're like, "Oh, go say this about black people," and then I'd say it like an idiot. But yeah, I mean, um,
That's child
no,
abuse, man. That's
yeah,
that's
yeah,
child
it
abuse.
is.
Hey,
It
let's
makes
get
me
this
look
kid to
bad.
go up on stage and say the shit we can't say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Now so how long have you been doing this actually?
Almost 3 years.
Damn, 3 years in the game and you just turned 18.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's awesome. Um, is that your plan? Like, is that what you have in mind? You want to be a comic?
For sure. Yeah, I do want to do that. I have a backup plan, EMT, well, sort of a backup plan, but be an EMT while I'm, evolving in comedy since it takes so long. Um, but right now things are looking good. I'm still gonna go to, school for EMT, but
Hell yeah.
yeah, for sure want to be a comic. There's nothing else I'd rather be.
Absolutely, man. It's always good to have a backup plan.
Yeah.
It's always great to have a backup plan, especially being young. But, I'm just so jealous of you. You have the world by the balls right now, and you have like so much time in your future to where you could just fucking, hone in on your craft. And man, I wish I thought of it. I was too busy when I was 18. I was too busy dealing with addictions and all that stuff. So I'm so
Yeah.
glad to see somebody's out there actually, doing their thing. Um,
Uh-huh.
so all right, so EMT if that doesn't work out, but dude, from what I've seen, I think it's gonna work out.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you. I appreciate it.
yeah, you got solid material. So now that you're out of school, dude, like what's the
Oh,
material
well,
gonna be
almost.
about now? Oh yeah.
I got like 20 something school days left and then I'm out of high school. But summer I've got some good stuff coming up. Well, actually this month I'm going to San Diego on the road with my friend Dustin Ibarra, and then I think I'm gonna go to Austin for a week, and then I'm filming a mini special in New York during the summer. And really, the summer is just for me to focus on just stand-up comedy, go out as much as possible, hit mics, do shows, do everything I can just to, make use of my time.
That's awesome, dude. Um,
Yeah.
how would you say my favorite question to ask on here? How would you how would you describe your creative writing process?
I don't know. It's weird because starting stand-up comedy and like 2 years into stand-up comedy, I would just wait till something came to me and it worked out, and I would use the same 10-minute, set. Every time I went on stage, I'd use that. And then opportunities come up that very recently where I have to do more time, or I realize that I need more jokes. Um, and now I'm really just putting the pen to the paper like I never really did before, and just think a lot of times I do it during school when I don't like a class. I'll just start writing, start organizing my set, and thinking what relates to me and what relates to others.
Yeah, I
So
like
yeah.
that. It's like fuck school. I'm a write comedy.
Right. Yeah. My teacher, I mean, it's usually in second period, I have economy, and the teacher doesn't teach us anything. And I'm just like, all right, if she's not going to, do this, then I'm just going to pull out my joke book and start writing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Who would you say are like people that inspire you? Like who are your favorite comics?
uh, Pablo Francisco is probably my favorite comedian in the world. He has one of my favorite jokes that's ever been written by any comedian. It's about Lincoln Park. But also Dustin Ibarra, the guy who, helped me get started on comedy and is helping me out a lot. Um, and I don't really know. I mean, Pablo, he's great.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I like a lot of people.
What do you think your favorite joke that you ever wrote was?
Um, let's see. My favorite joke to do. Uh, it's probably about the 33-year-old chick that I met up with. It's a it's a true story, and I had that situation, and then I was like, well, let's make a joke about it.
Yeah, let's make a joke about statutory rape. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Um, do you have any like short form jokes that are your favorite? Okay, actually you made a good point. You said like your favorite joke to get a reaction from is that, but is that your favorite joke as well? Or does that get the biggest pop?
Um, I wouldn't say it gets the biggest pop, but it is my favorite to tell people about and just say on stage. Um, Biggest pop is probably my prom joke or my joke about my condition I have, my health condition.
I don't think I even saw that.
Oh, it's basically, I say I'm an ambulatory wheelchair user.
Oh yeah, I did see.
Yeah, and like Disneyland, all that, which is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, that was good. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was um so you talk about high school and being the funny guy and being in high school. Were you considered like the funny kid in class? Or are you? I keep saying
uh,
were you, but you're still in high school.
I feel like before I started comedy, maybe, I mean, I was always, just a little shit, a little joker, and then I started comedy, and then I would, I already got all the laughs at 11 p.m. last night. No, I'm tired at school. I don't need anything else. I don't need these laughs. But I still do like to, fuck around at school. It's great.
Were you always getting in trouble because of it?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Do they still do the thing where they put your chair out in the hallway?
In high school, no, but
Oh, dude,
middle school, elementary school, it was horrible.
I was constantly getting put out in the hallway, dude.
Yeah, my teacher in fifth grade, she wouldn't even wait for me to do something. She'd just see my face in the morning and just send me outside, and then I'd stay outside for 3 hours, and then she'd pull me back in and be like, "All right, now do your work." And then I'd ask like a question like, "How do I do this?" And then she said, "Figure it out." And that was just fucking every day. So that's where all the hate from teachers in school comes from.
Yeah, teachers do get a lot of hate, man. Like I said, we had Bill Rhodes on here last week. I don't know if you know who he
Uh-huh.
is.
I think I heard of him. You just said he was a teacher, right?
Yeah, he was the foul mouth teacher. He was on Kill Tony. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Do you watch Kill Tony?
yeah. I mean, when I started comedy and a little bit before that, I would watch it every Monday consistently, and now it's just like, oh, what do I want to do? And it's not as consistent, but I still love the show. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's just it has like the best fan base too, I feel like.
Right.
Really great fan base. Everybody that loves Kill Tony, they're either like really cool people or they're fucking insane.
Oh, if they're on Reddit and making all these,
Yeah.
it's the Reddit guys that you got to watch
Dude,
out for.
the Reddit guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stay off of Reddit, man.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just reminded me of something that I wanted to ask you. Yeah, but anyway, Bill Rhodes, yeah, he was a teacher and he was talking about that. He actually lost his job as a teacher because of his Kill Tony appearance.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's messed up.
yeah. So it's cool that like, what are you gonna do? Get canceled by high school? You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
what are they gonna kick you out of high school? It's like,
No.
sorry, you're expelled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's messed up though. They fired him for that. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I think he said Travis, didn't he say he got let go from 2 jobs because of Kill Tony?
I don't recall, but I remember
Yeah.
it was really funny what the lady who fired him said to him.
Yeah.
I don't
Wait,
want
what
to.
was
What'd she say?
I don't know. I kind of don't want to steal his joke, but well, no, it's not his joke. It is his. Anyway, one of his jokes on KT was the only way you could get fired from school is if you tried to fight one or fuck one, and the
Oh
lady
yeah.
who fired him says, "Okay, so you're trying to fight the kids or fuck the kids?"
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I,
crazy how they even find out about that. And it's like if you're watching Kill Tony and you saw that, then you're the
here,
problem too.
I'll answer the question. You're the reason. It was the
Oh,
students.
no way.
Yeah.
Dude,
You
I'd never snitch
fucking
on my
guys,
teacher.
dude. You never snitch
Dude,
on a teacher? Yeah, you
no, not
fucking
for that.
students, man. Yo,
Yeah, I could see that happening though. We got big mouths, man.
yeah. Well, I don't even think it was in a bad way. I think people were just like, yo, Mr. Rhodes or whatever, I saw him on Kill Tony last night. And then the kids were like all passing it around. Then it got, word got to the teachers and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, tell all your friends to keep their fucking mouth shut, dude.
right. They didn't think of the consequences.
Yeah. Yeah, so let me think here. Man, you got your whole life ahead of you, dude. That's awesome, man. I wish I started off young. I really do. I started this shit late. I'm already a dad. I'm already settled in a career, you know. I'm trying to get canceled from my career, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
You
I
gotta
wish
have
I
it.
yeah. Nah, that would suck. Um Yeah, but I could see it happening for sure. Somebody at work seeing what I got going on. That's why I try not to make my stuff. I don't know. I try to keep my name out of things.
Yeah.
Like I spelled comedy a little weird on Facebook so people can't find it. You literally have to like type in those keys to find it, and it's I don't know. It's something I think about for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I went on a little rant there.
All
Um
good.
yeah, so if you could give somebody advice. If you could get somebody your age advice on how to get into comedy and what to do, what do you think is the best advice you could give them?
Um, Probably find a club or a restaurant and bar that will allow you to go up there as often as you possibly can. Um, right, stop scrolling on your phone on TikTok unless you could find some jokes off of videos you see, but definitely write a lot. Try out new jokes. It's a good like I don't know what the word is, but insurance like you have so much room to mess up at your age, so just try out jokes, see what works, see what doesn't work, find yourself, all of that.
Yeah, for sure. Shit, man. I was trying to find myself at your age, like off the stage, you know,
Uh-huh.
uh, let alone on the stage. That's crazy, man. I feel like I didn't find myself until I was like 28, man. But nah,
Yeah, I'm still looking, but we'll see.
yeah. So do your parents like stand behind you with it?
Yeah, for sure. A lot. And I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah, that's sick. So they like drive you everywhere, or no? You have license,
Before they would, but now I have a license and I'm good. Yeah.
but they like super supportive.
Yeah, yeah, it's great.
That's important. That's really cool, dude.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So I am ill prepared right now.
Do you think they would still be so supportive if you weren't going to school for your EMT training? You're like, Mom,
I
Dad,
mean,
screw the rest. I'm just doing comedy.
yeah, they'd be like, they'd give me some hints.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Travis, you got any questions? I'm
Uh,
leaning on you now.
I don't think you asked the one question that you asked everyone yet. Are you
What's
pick?
that? Oh, he's what? What's your
What?
creative writing process look like?
Yes, that one.
I did.
Oh, you did? Oh, my
That was
bad.
one of the first questions I
Been too
asked you.
busy copying and pasting.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it's okay.
Shit, man. Who like? Hang on, you're 18. I was about to ask you a Smash Brothers question, but that's more for like the 25 age group. Where's your favorite place to drop in on Fortnite?
Oh, back then, probably Pleasant Park or Fatal Fields was great. Yeah. How about
Okay.
you?
I don't know. I haven't played it in a long time, and I'll give you an idea. Like, I used to drop into Tilted Towers just so I can be in the middle of the chaos immediately. I don't like to pussyfoot
Yeah.
around just, collecting resources, finding guns. Now, let's just get cut to the chase. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, it was always fun.
What about you,
Yeah.
Harmon? Where's your favorite place to drop in on Fortnite?
I would have to say Rocket League.
Rocket League.
I like to drop in on Rocket League when I'm playing Fortnite. I have never even seen Fortnite on a screen, dude.
No?
Nah.
I mean, now it's all messed up, but back then it was great.
What's back then?
uh
About
season 1, season 2.
Oh,
Uh
dude, I'm so lost. I didn't even know there's fucking seasons of this.
yeah.
there's chapters now, which is horrible. There's chapters, they changed it all.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I'm lost. I'm lost. You guys got me. You found this. It's like that in sports, games and sports. I know nothing about, unless we're talking about like. Actually, me and my girl just played Super Mario Brothers 3 and Super Mario Brothers 2 on our original Nintendo last week, and it was a good time, man.
Yeah, it's great.
You ever play that?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's
Yeah,
always great to, go back to the games you played when you were young.
oh, for sure.
Nostalgia.
It's funny, like the games you played when you were young are like Roblox and or whatever the fuck you guys were just talking about.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're still young, dude.
Very new games.
Yeah, the games that like come out next week are the games you played when you were young.
Yeah.
My shit was like solitaire on a
Right.
computer.
Tetris, original Tetris.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. What do you mean? I wasn't around during Atari, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm bad with age. I have no idea when all that stuff came out.
I'm just messing with you. So,
Yeah, dude.
before we let you go, are there any social medias that you would like to plug? Are there? Oh, where are you from?
LA. So I'm a little south of LA, but I just say LA.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
for some reason I thought you were on the East Coast, dude.
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You definitely give like East Coast vibes.
Thank you, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, it is a thank you. I'd like to say I'm from the East Coast, so I would say that is a compliment.
Right.
But yeah, are there any social medias you want to shout out? Are there any up and coming shows that you have going on? Now's the time to plug. Do what you want to do.
Instagram, I'm Aiden Bloch. TikTok is Aiden Bloch Comedy. I'm at the Madhouse in San Diego, May 25th, and I might be at American Comedy Company down there the 22nd and 23rd. I'm not sure, but all of my shows are going to be on Instagram, so please follow me. Thank you.
Hell yeah. I follow him on Instagram and on TikTok. He has very funny stuff on there. Highly recommend going and checking it out and giving him a follow. Dude, I wish you all the best with your future endeavors. Like I said, you got the world by the balls right now, man. Make the most of it. Thank you for coming on to the Comedy Writers Guild. I think you're going to do absolutely great. You already are. You're doing absolutely great. And I think it's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Keep
I
it up.
appreciate it, man. I had a great time.
Yeah, cool. Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
and thank you for this.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, you come on anytime. If you just hit me
I
up, be like,
appreciate
hey,
it.
I'd like to come on anytime.
Thank you.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. I'll see you guys later.
Yep. Have a good night, bro.
Hey, we
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
You too.
Take care.
Thank you. Yes, sir. That was Aiden Bloch, everybody. Yeah, check him out, dude. If you guys haven't already, check him out. He is funny. I'm curious to see how he's going to go now that he can't lean on the teenage stuff anymore. Well, he can.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's still got like a year and a half left of it.
Underage stuff. There we go. The underage stuff he can't lean on anymore. But dude, he's got it. Whatever it is, he's got. Okay, so now let's get back to it and what this podcast is all about. So tonight, the first joke concept of the night. What's a problem we couldn't have imagined that kids would have?
Jordan Shepard. Jordan said, a trans bully. My dad would call me a pussy for getting beat up by a girl.
Richard Silva says, which Supreme trench coat would match their AR better?
Justin Dean said, Pornhub's age verification. Back in my day, we were just looking, like trying to peer through the static on the blocked out Spice channel.
Hell yeah, dude.
Zach No Breaks Estrada said, having to dodge the hot teachers. Phil Lombardo, along the same line, says, teachers fucking them. We would have loved it. This one was funny. This one had me cracking up during the interview. Alex Krieg says, delicious laundry detergent, apparently. It looks like they would have like a satisfying pop, like the way Gushers were meant to be.
Yeah, dude. They're the gushers that we always wanted. Jordan Shepard said, snitches get bitches. Yeah, that's definitely different from our time, huh? Dino Rodino says, the kid that identifies as a dog keeps humping your leg.
Amanda Burns says, having your drugs tested at the festival so they're safe to take.
Yeah, right? Whatever happened to a good old-fashioned overdose?
Fentanyl happened.
Bill Rhodes said, gross, I found my mom's dildo. Hate to bust your bubble, but that's daddy's dildo.
From Zach No Breaks Estrada, the problem we couldn't have imagined is having to choose between watching CWG or some other lame-ass fucking piece of shit podcast.
Hell yeah. Zach, you triggered the alarm for that one. Pandering always gets you the alarm.
Jacob Offender D-Legal says, do I choose JROTC work study or LGBTQ plus as my second elective class?
Jenna Payne says, not knowing how to write or read cursive. Sean Wheeler said, getting in trouble for not playing Smear the Queer, but calling it for that.
Jacob Offender D-Legal. He says, the problem I never would have imagined kids to have is not going to Jeffrey Epstein's island. No one puts drugs in the Halloween candy anymore.
You know what? I'd rather somebody put drugs in my kids' candy for Halloween than give them a fucking apple. I'll tell you that much. Who does that?
Richard Silva says, they're lit mothers on OnlyFans for cheaper than a Snickers.
Bet you that Snickers has drugs in it.
Probably.
Yeah, that's funny.
This one is from Bacon. Seeing their mom's OnlyFans instead of finding their dad's porn collection. That seems very specific to you, Bacon. From Alex A.K. Krieg. Not having to risk life, freedom, and virginity for weed.
Yeah, virginity. Yeah. That's how they do it on the West Coast, AK?
Dina Rodino says, the biggest problem kids face is whether they will live to see the release of Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh my God. That was great. I like that. Jason Helsel says, purchasing weed from a sketchy dude in an alley. Listen, if you want to smoke weed, you have to at least have one experience of getting it from a sketchy dude in an alley.
Kyle Yankowski says, getting a friend to rub a toothbrush in your butt crack just to see what happens. Hey, Yankowski, what the fuck?
Yankowski? I'm fucking surprised, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, this is a problem that I never thought, this is a problem I never could have imagined that we would have. Fuck the kids, that we would be transferring Bacon, what the fuck, to Kyle Yankowski, what the fuck.
Yeah, and it doesn't end there either. He also says, getting all your friends together to see who wants to play naked leapfrog.
Yankowski, let's talk about that. Did something happen to you as a child?
Alex Creek said, having to spend their Thursday night looking at Harmon and Travis. I know I wouldn't want to have to do that.
You make a fair point there.
Yeah, that's anti-pandering. No sound effects for you. Bacon said, being tried as an adult when you shoot up the school bullies for fucking your mom.
All right, so do we have a clear, definitive winner?
The winning joke for this concept was purchasing weed from a sketchy dude in an alley, posted by Jason Helsel.
Jason, holy shit, bro. Well, you guys are in for a little treat. Jason, check your message requests because Travis is going to be sending you the link. And in case he's not on anymore, I'm about to text him.
Someone you know personally.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I know him very well personally. So that's why I said you're in for a little treat.
All right, yeah, the message is sent. There he is, unmuted and all.
Oh,
Got it.
hell yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm like the worst.
You're good, bro. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good, dude. I was letting everybody know that I know you personally.
Yeah, I know. I was like, holy shit, this is my first time on here, and I'm like, let me comment a little bit, and then boom, I get it. I look at my girl, I'm like, I'm going on.
Yeah, let me tell you, me knowing you personally, I'm very surprised you got called on.
Because I'm not funny? No.
You got it.
I knew that was coming.
Hell yeah. Let me just inform everybody, Jason Helsel can't fucking fight. All right. So there's this thing. All right, let's give a little backstory. Dude, this is fun. I'm so glad that I have you on right now because me and you are boys for years now. We've known each other for what, at least 8 years now.
Yeah. Yeah, right around that. 8, 9 years.
I've been sober a little over 8 years, and I met you right after that. And and yeah, so we've known each other for about 8 years. We've owned a business together. We've had a tumultuous relationship. A lot of ups and downs, but mostly ups. And it's been great, man. And what was I about to say before that? Oh yeah, so I started this thing way back in the day on Facebook when I had a different account. Now I have this account, but that account was getting kind of boring. I wanted to liven things up, so I started the Harmon Comedy one. But I started this trend. Jason Helsel can't fucking fight, and dude, it took off, bro. Everybody. I even got to the point because I would make T-shirts and stuff. So
right.
I made a bumper sticker that said Jason Helsel can't fight. And he would get pictures all the time sent to him from his boys, like, yo, dude, what the fuck is this? Not knowing that I'm cool with them. Imagine you're just riding down the street and you see your boy's name on somebody's truck, and they're like, yeah,
there you go.
Your boy can't fucking. Oh shit!
What's that?
Shirt. Yo,
what's that? Holy shit! Yo. Here's another one.
What you got?
First rule of Fight Club: Jason Helsel can't fucking fight.
That was a meme I made.
Let's go.
Oh, that's fucking sick, dude. All right, Jason. So since we have you on here and you know me fairly well, tell the people on here an embarrassing story about me. I know.
All right.
Want that.
I got a really good one. So we were working together. I don't remember if we were just working together or when it was like when we were in business for each other, but we were at the Burger King in
I knew you were gonna
Newcastle. And he was like 15 feet away from me, I swear. And I stomped on these. It was like a trifecta of ketchup packets. And it looked like somebody shot him from his feet up to his forehead with like a machine gun or something. The way this ketchup blasted him all the way from head to toe, dude. It was like the perfect shot, covered in ketchup.
It was like somebody took 3 ketchup packets and twisted them a little bit together and had it laying on the ground. And he saw it and like a child was like, "Oh, ketchup packets! I'm gonna stomp on this." And I was wearing a white tee that day.
You were.
Dude, he stomped on this thing and it sprayed me literally from head to toe. It like shot out like this. It like spread fire and just hit. And it was like, no, slow motion. I tried to jump back and it just got me all up my face, all over me. So I had a line of ketchup down my entire body. And I knew you were going to say that story. That's like your favorite fucking story, dude.
That was great.
What else we got, man? Because I got stories. What's up?
All right, when we decorated your van, like the rapey van, we had stuffed animals in the windows and a music thing that played the Ice Cream Man song.
And then we rode around the neighborhood, dude. We fucking remember we rigged up Christmas lights and we had a wreath on the front of it.
A wreath on the hood.
Yeah, and we played the Christmas song, and I had this creepy old Astro van. And we just rode around the neighborhood, like the Ice Cream Man, and we were just bagging up. One time, all right, there was one time that me and Jason, oh dude, memory lane, bro.
Oh no, here we go.
No, remember we were up in Claymont, and we went to Arby's, and
Oh my God.
and I was like, yo, go through the drive-through in reverse. And he was like, all right. So he has this big ass truck and he goes through the drive-through in reverse. So I'm the one ordering because it's on my side. And we back up and the girls in the window are like, what the fuck? And you were like, yeah, something happened with the engine. I can only drive it in reverse. And you were like, we just came from Philly. And they were like, you drove here from Philly in reverse? We got the whole thing on video, dude. Their reactions, they were like, what the hell? Yeah, good times, man.
That was a good one, man.
Yeah.
That was real good.
Yeah. How's life been, man?
Beautiful. Working hard, good family, everybody's healthy.
You
Just
got
living.
2 grandbabies?
Yeah, at 40, dude.
Wild.
But I love it. I can keep up with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not too old yet, so.
Yeah, my
The
little
only thing
girl-
I can't teach them is how to fight.
Nah. Yeah. Well, that's why they got Uncle Harmon, bro.
There you go.
Yeah, my little girl's turning 5 years old tomorrow, man.
I seen, man.
5 years old tomorrow. I can't believe it. Jeez.
I love it though, man. You guys are doing your thing and you got this podcast and everything else. It's awesome too. Chiming in. I'm like, look at this. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And if I happen to see you out at a job, I'll be sure to fail you for sure. Yeah.
100%.
It's funny. I showed up one day and I actually saw you pulling out of a neighborhood that I was pulling into when I had a case going on. And I pulled up to a job and your boss was there. And I think you hit me up that morning. You were like, yo, you got my boss. Make sure you fail his ass,
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's cool. I got that power now.
Yeah.
You're on that side of things and I'm on the other side now. So I get to see you around and all that. But yeah. So I would ask you comedy questions or whatever, but you don't do comedy. You're a funny guy. You're definitely a funny guy. I'll give you that. You can't fucking fight, but you are funny.
Right.
We'll give you that.
I agree.
And just to let everybody know the backstory of Jason Helsel Can't Fight. So we owned a business together and we were at this job one time and we all bullshitted and we all had a good time. Dude, it was fun. In the beginning, it was fun. Before all the drama and all that, I think you agree it was fun. But we were all bullshitting and I think we were like laying this floor down in front of this bathroom and you were just talking shit, man. You were like, yeah, back in the day I used to whoop some ass and blah, blah, blah. You were just talking out your ass. Yeah, I used to beat people the fuck up, blah, blah, blah. Now, mind you, Jason's probably like 6'1" and I'm like 5'7". So I stood up and I was face to face with him. Like I'm working on the floor and I stood up and I was like, bro, you can't fucking fight. And he looked at me so dead serious, straight down in my eyes, like he wanted to fight me just because I stood up to his face and said that. And we both are staring at each other. I'm looking up, he's looking down, and we just started bagging up. We just started dying laughing. So that's how the whole Jason Helsel can't fucking fight thing started.
And like you said earlier, I can go through my phone and probably find 20 pictures of people that took pictures of them bumper stickers. They're like, what's going on, dude? I'm like, listen, man, there's a whole backstory.
Yeah.
Don't believe everything you see. Nah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You could believe that. You could believe that. Yeah, but Jason, man, it's been cool, dude. Good catching up. We don't talk as often anymore, but we try to call each other like once a month or something like that. But we got to link up. You coming to the birthday party next week?
I'll have to look at the invite thing and all. I didn't really go over anything or see it, but
Next
if
Saturday.
we're available, yeah.
Hey, you know where my house is, man. So
Yep.
next Saturday, bring the little ones, come hang out. I just for her birthday, because both the kids' birthday are around the same time, we're having a combined party. So
Okay.
I built them like a little jungle gym out back so the kids have something to play on.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Nice.
come on over, dude.
All right.
It was nice talking to you, bro. I'll call you tomorrow.
You as well, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
See you.
Later.
Peace.
All right, that was Jason Helsel. That's like man, he's one of my best friends, dude. He's a fucking awesome guy. We've had so many good stories together. All right. So, second joke concept of the night. Make up a Mandela effect that doesn't exist.
First from Chris Laban, he says, Batman was an unlockable character in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Yo, that sounds legit. That sounds like something people would be like, no, I remember Batman was an unlockable character. I like that.
Yeah.
It's not too far-fetched.
No, I believe it was Darth Maul, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's a real thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
But it had me sitting there questioning, like, I do remember, like, a dude with a black cape being in that shit. But, yeah, that's what it was. Alright, Dino Rodino said, the real name for the show is actually the Flintstones because flint is a type of stone. I should know. I'm named after the dog. Sean Wheeler says Dino wasn't a dog, and then Dino replied, if it barks and rubs its ass on the floor, it's a dog. Zach No Breaks Estrada, the Mandela effect that never existed is that cars never had a check engine light or turn signals if you drive a BMW.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. That Mandela effect does exist for Asian women. Yeah. Jordan Shepard says fentanyl is a town in Mississippi.
It probably is. He also said Mandela effect. Trannies were never hot.
Yeah.
Not in my universe.
You keep that Mandela effect to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not in my universe either.
From Kyle.
As much as I hate to admit it, they are. It can be. They can be.
Can't be. From Kyle Yankowski, glory holes used to be a place where you just went to jump in a pit and people would dump glitter on you. That sounds delightful, actually. Thank you, Kyle. You were redeemed.
Amanda Burns says Trump acts like Epstein Island was a Mandela effect.
Don't worry, guys. We'll get that Epstein list as soon as we have a president who is not on it.
Yeah, right? Lindsay Campbell says one where Harmon likes getting his butt touched and another Harmon doesn't. Both are real. That's real.
From Zach No Breaks Estrada, Mandela effect. Trannies.
Yeah.
They're Mandelas unto themselves, and that's why I respect them.
Lindsay Campbell says there's a universe where this joke prompt isn't too smart for most people.
Yeah, well. Blazing Nana said, "The dark side of the moon is where we get Wi-Fi."
I like that.
Yeah. It's probably better than Xfinity.
That's 6G. Dino Rodino says Harmon Comedy was never doing a William Montgomery impression. It was a terrible Bill Cosby. It was a terrible Bill Cosby the whole time. Oh, my impression was a terrible Bill Cosby the whole time.
Kyle Yankowski said, "I used to run a podcast named CWG, and Harmon used to be the positivity correspondent."
I love that.
Oh, here's a good one. Jordan Shepard said, "Mandela effect that didn't exist. That was ketchup. Real story. Come." You were wearing a red t-shirt.
I hope Jason was watching that. That was good.
And yeah, a continuation of our new segment, Hey Yankowski, what the fuck? Putting bird seed in your belly button to feel the birds, but then remembering there are no birds, and it was just cum. Hey Yankowski, what the fuck?
Damn. Yankowski for sure.
Here's one from Bacon, lightening the mood a little bit. The Mandela effect never existed.
Oh, dun dun dun. I don't have that sound effect. I wish I did. What about this Mandela effect? What about Kyle Yankowski being the what the fuck dude, and then Bacon coming in and lightening the mood?
Yeah, we Mandela affected since last week.
Yeah, this is Mandela affecting me in a bad way.
Bacon also said, what came first? The chicken or the egg? Neither. The cock came first. There we go. We're moving back into position here.
Jacob Delegal or Delegal, he says Nacho Bryan is still on Comedy Writers Guild. Come on, Jacob, stirring the pot. He loves stirring the shit pot and licking the spoon, dude.
From Clinton Patrick Kofia, in my reality, Epstein Island is a water park for kids. The only recorded death was Corey Feldman in the 90s.
Yo, if you guys don't like that one, that was fucking genius. That's one of my favorites so far.
It was angelic to the core.
That was great. So many layers to that one.
Yeah.
Good shit, dude.
Yeah, that's one of those intelligent ones that most people aren't going to get. Thank you, Lindsay. From Jordan Shepard, Mandela effect. People bought unfrosted Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, that's got to be a Mandela effect.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever bought that shit on purpose.
No. You know what I bought? Yo, that brings it up. So I bought some oatmeal, right? You know, the packets, instant oatmeal. And on the box, it had like a strawberry or something. So it was like a bowl of oatmeal with like a strawberry sitting in the middle of the bowl. So when you see that, you think you're buying, you know, your brain's like, oh, this is strawberry oatmeal. No, the strawberry was just in the middle of it for like display, just for the image. And it was bland ass oatmeal. It was original. Who the fuck buys original oatmeal, dude?
People with strawberries. Just get strawberries. What are you talking about?
When life hands you strawberries, buy original oatmeal.
Yeah.
I also see Jason Helsel's like entire fucking family in the chat, friends with all of them, and They're talking about the videos. Everything that we mentioned today, we have videos of. Me and Jason are big fans of recording things as they go down. And so we have some funny videos. So I think what we'll do as a little segment, it'll be like a little throwback Thursday, even though tomorrow's going to be Friday. But I'm going to post on the Comedy Writers Guild podcast page like a little compilation of me and Jason Helsel's shenanigans in the past, because we have some we think are funny videos, but you guys be the judge of that. So I think I'll do that. So Amanda, you said, "Oh, please send us all of that." Yeah, well, I'll post some of the videos. They're pretty good.
Which brings me to my next one. Amanda Burns says, Mandela effect. Jason can't fight.
What about Jason can fight?
Yeah, that might have been what she meant, all right.
Yeah, I think so.
All
That's
right.
great.
There's a few more to read off. I'm going to start looking for a winner.
Kyle Yankowski says, I didn't do all that gay stuff when I was a kid. Yeah, I wish I had that Mandela effect.
Hang on. I saw one from AK. Shaq was never in a movie about a genie. Okay, here's what's crazy about that one. Up until, like, I heard about this Mandela effect thing, the fucking genie movie is the only thing I knew about. What's his name?
LL Cool J.
Yeah, LL Cool J. Yeah, we're gonna get like
Sinbad.
3 minutes of retention killing dead air while I try and figure out the real name.
It was Sinbad.
Sinbad, yeah. That fucking genie movie was the singular thing I remembered about Sinbad, and then I was told it was a Mandela effect.
Yeah, dude. The one that got me, man, I want to hear people's real answers now. Like, what's a Mandela effect that got you, dude? Because the one that got me recently, there's been a couple of them, but recently, what's the thing that Yosemite Sam is known for saying?
What in tarnation?
Never said it.
Yes, he did.
Nope.
There's no way he didn't.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
What did he say then?
I don't know. I think he said the N word.
That tracks actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's ex-Confederate. Okay, I found another one that was really good. Yeah, this one comes from Blazing Nana. She says, Mandela effect, the moon is flat.
Yeah, that's great.
I love her hyperfixation on the moon. That's fucking awesome. But yes.
Oh, she wrote it like that? She wrote it the way you said it?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh, I get you. Her last comment was, okay, I got
also you. Moon Wi-Fi, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we definitely have a clear winner.
Okay.
You want me to go ahead and read it now?
Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, I was asking ChatGPT if Yosemite Sam said what in tarnation. All right, go ahead. Yes, he did. He did tarnation.
Mandela effect. Fucking. I don't know. Anyway,
go ahead. Sorry.
The winning joke for this concept was, in my reality, Epstein Island is a water park for kids. The only recorded death was Corey Feldman in the 90s. And that joke was from Clinton Patrick Kofia. Check your messages, my dude. Check.
Yeah, dude. Check your messages. Well deserved. That was my favorite one.
Yeah, that was a great one. I kind of like the moon was flat. That was actually second place. But yeah, the whole Sinbad thing really got me.
I'm asking ChatGPT right now. I'm already on it, dude. No, Sinbad was never in a genie movie. Yo, fuck you. ChatGPT, I no longer trust you. You work for the government. You work for the ops.
Yeah, so the Mandela effect is what makes you not trust ChatGPT, not making you late for your plane to Nashville.
Yeah, you're right. ChatGPT was like, nah, dude, you'll be fine.
Yeah, Mandela effect. Harmon gets his information from credible sources.
All right. So, as we're waiting for Clinton to get on here, now for the third joke concept of the night. Nightmare blunt rotation. 3 people. Name 3 people as your nightmare blunt rotation.
Okay,
All right.
so real
Yeah,
quick, I got a message from Clinton. He says that he's at work and he can't join. But
Oh,
the runner-up with 5 reactions, which is still more than the winner from the last concept got, was Blazing Nana. Or who do we owe an appearance to?
Bacon's on a podcast right now. We owed.
Also, I just read in the comments, Bacon said that she can come on the podcast. You want me to get her on?
Yeah, we owe her an appearance.
Yeah.
Clinton Patrick, thanks, bro. Thanks for letting us know you can't come. Yeah, because I want to talk to Bacon about this podcast too.
Yeah, I sent her the link. And there she is. And there you went, Harmon.
No, I'm still. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but your video went dead.
Is it still dead?
Yep. No, Bacon, you're actually good.
Yeah. Shit. Okay.
You wanna hang on. You wanna smash the refresh real quick while I get to work covering your name up?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, Bacon? How you doing?
Good. I made it. Just got off that other podcast I got invited on. They're doing a comedy workshop, basically. A bunch of old schoolers are trying to teach us new kids the tricks and the ropes.
Word.
Yeah. Wait, who's that? Is that fucking Dicky head ass? Yeah, he invited me to that too. Is it any good?
I mean, it was a lot of like older comics like show like that used to run the stage, like showing us all the new kids, like going over our sets and breaking them down for us, showing us where we do improve and how to do it. And it's actually been really great. Like I'm learning a lot. I'm
Cool.
thankful they're like taking us under their wing.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I've been seeing that guy. That's what's up. How was your time on the podcast? I watched it last night. I watched like a good amount of it, probably like the first, I don't know, 45 minutes.
I'm loving it. I get to be stupid and silly. And I just had the thought, like, I'm going to use that dildo that Kim sent us as my mic instead of like a hairbrush.
Oh, okay. Oh, here it comes. And there she comes.
No, but that won't fit.
It looks like Travis's favorite lollipop. That's his favorite flavor of lollipop.
The thing is,
Damn.
I stick it in and it's going to come out my mouth.
I would say that thing's too big. Guys, what do you say? Let's hop in the chat. Anybody think that thing is too big?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have that going on. You've been what is that? It's like Hamilton's class. What's
Yeah,
it
I
called?
believe that's about it. All I remember, it was Hamilton something. I shared it.
Yeah.
I'm not observant.
The
I clicked
only
the link.
the only thing that I don't like about that Hamilton's class, right? Because I've never been in it, but it happens on Thursdays around the same time that this podcast happens.
Mhm.
So, Mr. Hamilton or Mr. Dicky Headass, if you could just change your time, tweak that a little bit. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah.
I was running both phones at once. I had that on here and I had it like on low, and I'm over here trying to listen to y'all and type my responses on her phone and then pay attention to what they were saying. But the episode was all about work ethic. So I mean, I explained what I was doing ahead of time and they're like, "No, that's fine."
Yeah. It sounds like your work ethic is really working out. That sounds like an ADHD dream right there. Like 3 phones at once. You're like typing with your toes. Yeah. They're like, today, class, we are learning about work ethic. So all Mexicans can leave now.
It reminds me of JP running his camera with his chin. Like he's over here doing something, he's talking, and he's over here pressing buttons with his chin. Like I was like, "Whoa, dude!"
Yeah,
Got
JP
talent.
Lambiase is like the Stephen Hawking of of recording shit. He's just like hitting stuff. He's over here got buttons like strapped to those things. He's just like he's one of
I was
those
telling
dudes.
him with him all strapped up, he reminded me of Data from the Goonies. Like any moment, I just expected him to bust out with the pinches of power, pinches of power.
Yeah, he's like, you ever see one of those videos of the guy that's on like Instagram and he'll tape like a drumstick to his hat and he'll play the guitar and the bass and then like do the drums at the same time? That's
No,
JP
but that
doing
sounds
shit.
awesome.
Yeah, it's good. He's pretty good at it. So you had a good time on that podcast, Sauced in the City. What's her name? Brenda Brown?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm remembering all this shit.
It has been so much fun, and it is such a good improv exercise. Like just being on your toes at any moment, like you're gonna be called on for whatever, and it really makes you think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what they do is they just like us, they take a prompt. Not really, they actually just do a question. They ask you like a regular question, and then they go to one of the 6 individuals on the screen, and they'll be like, "Hey, Bacon, this question's for you," and it'll pop up, and it'll be, "What?" I saw one last night. It was like, "What do you pick, Popeyes or Church's Chicken?" Right. So like the person will answer, and the guy was like, "Well, there's no churches around me, so I'm gonna go with Popeyes." And then they say, "All right, well, let's see who agreed with your answer." And then they'll have the people pop up on the screen and turn their cameras on if they agree with you. So it's like a little game show, and then they ask funny questions in between. It seems pretty chill. And then they give you 3 minutes to do your material. So you have 3 minutes of material you can do. That's the part I look forward to.
They let me open this last show, and then they had me close out the other night, and I yeah, that I had to go back and watch. I didn't remember what I said, and when I saw what I did, I was like, "Oh God, Bacon, why?"
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah, but it seems like a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Are you gonna be on it tomorrow?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. I'll see you there. Um, yeah, so hopefully I'll shout them out. I'll even cut this up and edit it for them and get it. Let's not talk about that during the podcast. Whatever.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. So you've been traveling to Austin? How's that been going for you?
It's been so much fun and such a learning
It's
experience.
been. Sorry, couldn't help it.
Dude, I got to do a suicide mic, and while you're up there, like all the other, like, and it was after Kill Tony, so it was no real patrons. It was all just other comedians. And like during your whole set, like if you're bad, they're allowed to boo you and tell you to kill yourself. And like, I didn't do terrible. I got some laughs. I think I heard somebody say they were gonna kill themselves. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, I would say that counts. That's funny. You know what? Don't kill yourself, but fuck it. Yeah, I like that. So, what are your plans? Like, are you going back every other weekend, or what's going on?
So I should be going back every other week as soon as I get caught up on the bills again. I let them fall behind. I let all of my online other extracurricular activities that pay my bills kind of fall to the wayside. I wasn't selling my pictures or anything like I normally do. I was just kind of focusing on comedy. So I got to get that on. But then I found an open mic in town that they just started, so I'm gonna get to go do that. I'm trying to hook up with the guy running Oaklawn, so they're talking about starting an open mic up there and wanting a local to run it, which is the casino racetrack in town.
Okay.
So I don't know, like hopefully, like I'll be like busy. Like when I'm not in Austin doing mics, hitting it up, maybe I'll actually have work here, and then in between, I'll be on a bunch of different shows. So just trying to get my name out there, brand the bacon.
Sweet.
Feel the burn.
Hell yeah. Well, you're doing everything you can do, and that's awesome. And you're making it onto this podcast. that's even awesomer.
Yay!
Yeah, we owed you one, so we figure we bring you on now. But that's pretty sick. Yeah, because we started off before people that don't know, before this was a podcast, it was a community, right? And it's still a community, right? But we all were in Discord a lot more and working out jokes a lot more and all that. Now we just happen to do it on Thursdays. But Bacon, you've been in there pretty much since the beginning. I remember you had a rough go at it. You were one of the roughest people to be initiated. You remember that, Travis? Dude, people would just annihilate Bacon for like 3 days straight.
And I was so scared to be on camera. Like, this is really, it actually really helped. Like, I work better when you break me down than when you build me up. I've never learned to accept a compliment. So I spent like my first 2-3 days on Discord crying while everybody just fucking roasted me. But I was like, fuck it, I'm coming back. And honestly, if it wasn't for you guys running me through the gauntlet, I wouldn't have made it this far this fast. Like,
Yeah, there was a point in time, literally, it was the first time I had to intervene where I was like, "Hey guys, let's lay off of her. All right, let's chill, especially Freezy. You know,
but I love it the most. Like, I feel like Freezy taught me the most. Like, looking back, I'm like, nope, that he knew immediately. Like, this bitch she's gonna do this. She needs a thicker fucking skin. And I kind of feel like he did it the right way because everybody just pat me on the back. Oh, you're doing great. No, well, that it doesn't really fucking teach me anything. Like,
Harmon, who the
there's no
fuck is
growth
this
there.
scary ass bitch?
yeah, Bacon would try to say something, and Freezy would be like, "Hey, Bacon, can you shut the fuck up? Lexi's trying to talk." Lexi was just being quiet too, and she'd like unmute, and she'd be like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Shut the fuck up, Bacon." And it was like, Freezy, that was Lexi talking. Oh, I'm sorry, Lexi. I didn't mean that. I'm so sorry.
I'm so used to that though. Like, all my brothers and all my family, like my homies, like they would say shut the fuck up, Bacon, so much they wrote a song about it and recorded it. I'm just really glad that when they did, they were nice enough to change Bacon to bitch. So no one else knows.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, we kind of did that here. We don't have a shut the fuck up, Bacon. We would never do that. Maybe that's Freezy style, but not ours. But we do have a segment called Bacon What the Fuck. Yeah, because you be saying some shit, girl.
Yeah,
I'm just as surprised about what comes out of my mouth as everybody else.
yeah, but
I'm sure
Kyle's
you are.
been jacking your swag this episode.
I
I
It's
kind of
okay.
wanted to.
He needs an outlet. Let him get it out, and then we'll switch spots for a week or two, and then we'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Well, Bacon, as always, it was a pleasure having you on. Is there anything you want to plug? Any future plans, events coming up that you'd like to? Here's your chance to say.
No, everybody, just have a wonderful night. Thanks for having me on. You know what I plug. It's all over my Facebook, so y'all go find it.
Yep, you guys know what she plugs. She held up that blue thing a couple minutes ago.
I was just about to say I got it handy.
The answer is her butthole.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night, and thanks for having me on.
All right, Bakey. Thank you.
Take care now.
Okay. That was Bakey. She's doing the thing. And now, for the third joke concept of the night. Nightmare blunt rotation. 3 people.
Yeah, we we definitely got answers on this one. First from our guest before she got on here came from Bacon. She said, "Me, Tommy Chong, and Snoop. Ain't gonna be nothing left by the time it gets to me." From Dino Rodino, Nightmare blunt rotation, Greta Thunberg, Pang Dang, and Aphex Twin. That sounds. I would love that. I would love that, honestly.
Dude, that's a dream blunt rotation.
Oh, yeah.
How dare you? Greta Thunberg.
Yeah. From Jordan Shepard, Nightmare Blunt Rotation, the chick who fucked/sucked 1,000 guys, the D's Nuts guy, and Magic Johnson, because, AIDS.
Talmadge AV said the two girls from One Cup and the guy that recorded it. Throwback.
Back to Jason Helsel. He says, a naked old man, my old elementary school principal, and some little fat black kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blazing Nana said worst blunt rotation, Helen Keller, Kanye West, and Bill Cosby.
I would want to be Helen Keller in that one.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, okay. Returning to our segment of What the Fuck Yankowski. 3 gay guys who only smoke with their booty. The fuck Yankowski. From Blazing Nana, she said, Freddy Krueger, my mom, and the lady that lives in the apartment above me with 16 cats. And more from, like, what kind of people are you making friends with, Harmon? Jason Helsel says, me, a dick, and a monkey pussy.
Yo, he used to be in my phone as Monkey Pussy Fire. That was his name.
I knew that was an inside joke.
Yeah, he was in my phone as Monkey Pussy Fire. I forget what I'm in his phone as, but now he's in my phone as Lord Fartqueef. Because he posted a picture of himself and he looked like somebody said he looked like Lord Farquaad. And I was like, more like Lord Fartqueef. And it just stuck, and now he's in my phone as that.
I can see the Farquaad angle. Zach No Breaks Estrada says, Jesus, Genghis Khan, and the new Pope.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of information. I've been seeing a lot of people's like funny posts about the new Pope, but I know nothing about this. Like, I need to look at that afterwards. I feel like there's tons of jokes there.
Yeah. From Andy Dellinger, RFK, Jordan Peterson, and Barf Kreischer.
Yes, that's a true nightmare.
Amanda Burns said, the Catch Me Outside girl, Gypsy Rose, and the real Dr. Phil. Just so you know, all 3 of those people are Adam Ray. None of them really exist.
Mandela effect.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's see.
Jacob Delegal said, or Delegal said, the Smith family, Will Smith, Jada Smith, Jaden Smith. For real.
Andy Dellinger said, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and D Madness. What do all 3 of them have in common? They're black.
They're black, yeah.
That blunt would be so wet.
That'd be the best thing about smoking with black dudes, right? Black dudes, blind black dudes. You never know who stole the blunt.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, they're just passing it the wrong way.
Yeah. I would like to think that they still know which way is left. Kind of.
Yeah, true.
Figure that way out.
But they didn't sit in the right rotation. They're all just scattered facing away from each other. Dino Redino said Jared Nathan on his own. He'd stutter and hail the whole thing.
Oh yeah, let me hit that.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I'm wasted, guys.
All right, this one has me concerned. Kyle Yankowski said Bill Cosby, Cela Green, and Jeffrey Epstein. Did Cela Green do something that I am not privy to? Are we not cool with Cela anymore?
Dude, he looks like he did.
I mean, I just kind of assumed that like all major Hollywood celebrities are, kind of doing the thing with the Aiden Blochs of the world, but I don't know. I didn't know that he got caught doing anything. That sucks. I kind of liked him.
Well, don't be, allegedly, okay? We don't know. I've never heard anything about CeeLo Green.
He might have just announced that he doesn't like yams, and then Kyle has a vendetta now, and
You never know.
yeah.
You're right. I did know that he produced a little like homemade film of he was like talking on a cell phone and it exploded in his hand and he caught fire and it ended up being fake. Everybody was like, "Oh, CeeLo Green got burnt by an iPhone," and it ended up being fake. Maybe that's what he's talking about. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm crazy.
Maybe you're crazy. Alex
Possibly.
Alex Creek says Nancy Reagan, the lady who got her face ripped off by a chimpanzee, and Debo.
Yeah, that's so fucking random. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Dina Rodino said Hillary Clinton, Hillary Duff, and Stephen Hawking. Yo, Hawking, pass that shit. It's been 45 minutes.
Oh, speaking of wet blunts. Oh, God.
I am still taking my second hit, bitch.
When do the midgets show up?
And by midgets, I mean children.
That was pretty good.
Jacob Offender Delegal says El Chapo, Kim Jong-un, and Justin Trudeau. Again, all of whom are actually Adam Ray.
Yes. More Adam Ray characters.
Mm-hmm. Zachary Melton says Bacon, Kevin Bacon, and a footloose bro down in the woods.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was good. Jason Helsel reminded me of what he has me in his phone as, and it's Herman Wolf Pussy.
Herman Wolf Pussy?
Herman Wolf Pussy.
Wolf Pussy.
Yes, Wolf Pussy. Yeah. That shows a little bit of our relationship. Very immature.
Well, Kyle Yankowski said an anaconda, a porcupine, and a jaguar. Well, we figured out what's up with Kyle. He is on ayahuasca, folks. He's on ayahuasca.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it right there. Oh, I just lost it. Oh, Zach No Breaks Estrada said the Powerpuff Girls. Super random.
Clinton Patrick Kofia says Dr. Phil, Method Man, and any hooker from 6th Street.
That'd be interesting.
And Phil Lombardo said, me and 2 empty chairs because I have nobody.
Oh, dude. Well,
Hey, more for you then. Like, don't have to
you
share.
got a friend in me.
Like, me and 2 empty chairs is an ideal blunt rotation, honestly.
Yeah, for real. That's how I would want it.
Oh, Jason Helsel says, this isn't for a joke for the concept. He just said, when Harmon shits, his penis head touches the water. Unfortunately, I have seen it.
Yeah, a little funny story about that. I will not be sharing that video. But I used to be in a group chat with him and like 6 other dudes. We were all friends at one point. And one of the dudes is actually with my ex. He got married to my ex. So anyway, I'm laying in bed one night and all of a sudden, like this is before I had YouTube Premium. So this advertisement came on the screen. I was watching YouTube and it was for the new iPhone at the time. This was years ago. and it had slow motion recording. And I was laying naked in bed, and my girl happened to have that iPhone. And I was like, does it really have slow motion recording? She was like, I don't know. So I went on her phone. I found it. I was like, oh, it does. So I took the phone, I'm holding it up like this, and I record myself, and I get like from my head down to almost my knees, and I start just like Kobe. That's what I call the helicopter. To hashtag too soon. But I start just doing my dong around, and then it goes in slow motion, and it's just like clapping the side of my leg, pow, pow. And me and my girl watched it, and we were bagging up, dude. So I was like, you know what would be hilarious? Group chat. So I sent that video into the group chat, and everybody, they hit me with the bacon. They were like, Harmon, what the fuck, dude? Right? And I'm just on the other side dying laughing. Well, the dude that is now married to my ex did not find it that funny. That's all I'll say. He probably slapped her around that night. Why the fuck would you let that thing destroy you? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, good times, man. Jason, good times.
Helicopter, more like boat propeller. All right. So, Zach No Breaks Estrada says Tower 1, Tower 2, and a plane.
Damn. Talk about too soon. All right, you want to read off the winner?
Haven't got that far yet. Should be.
Do we have a definitive winner?
All right. I think we have a good two-way tie for first place that we could put up to a vote here.
Okay, read them off.
The first one is Worst Blunt Rotation, Helen Keller, Kanye West, and Bill Cosby. That was from Blazing Nana.
Blazing Nana has made it on as the #1 contender twice already.
Mm-hmm. The next one is The Two Girls from One Cup and the guy who recorded it. And that was from Talmadge AV, Trey Talmadge.
Okay. So we have Talmadge and we have Blazing Nana. What do you guys think? Go down in the comments and type Nana or Talmadge.
All right. I think Nana's winning pretty definitively.
Yes, sir. Yep. Another one for Nana. All right, Blazing Nana. We are going to have you on.
Maybe I should turn on a light so you guys can see me. It's dark as my ex-boyfriend's pocket in here. Hold on.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to throw pocket in there. I thought your ex-boyfriend was dark.
Is that another word for
everybody.
vagina?
Yeah. It's dark as my ex-boyfriend's gash because it's 2025 and boyfriends can have gashes too.
Yeah, none of mine do. I'm strictly dickly. I don't even care if they have titties. I'm just saying, come on, Onyx, here.
Yeah.
This is my dog, Onyx.
Onyx, what's up?
Yeah, she's amazing, you guys.
What's up, girl? It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys, too. Big fan.
Yeah. Big fan over here, too. I love what you're doing. I see you're hitting up Kill Tony every week.
Every week, yeah. I've tried for a while. I did get to do a spot at the Little Boy before Kill Tony a few weeks ago. They gave me 3 minutes. I killed. It was such a rush. I was so excited.
Awesome.
And yeah, it was pretty awesome.
So since you're new to the podcast, we like to ask everybody, well, first of all, how long have you been doing comedy?
All right. This is going to be really crazy. I've only been doing stand-up for maybe 6 months.
Okay.
But I have been a call-in personality on a radio show for the last 10 years in San Francisco. KSAN San Francisco 107.7 The Bone with the Lamont and Tonelli show. They were on the air together for 36 years. Tonelli just retired. Now it's just Lamont. I'm still part of that show. So I've been doing live radio for the last 10 years.
So you're like a well-known character.
I am a local celebrity in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Damn.
Yeah, which was really weird. You know, when people ask you, hey, will you sign this for me? Or, hey, can I get a picture with you? And I've only had these teeth since October. I was really shy about it. You know what I mean? Now I'm fucking smiling like a Cheshire cat because I have beautiful teeth now, right? So, and a lot of people, this is going to sound so crazy, but a lot of guys try to get Nana's britches. Okay. Now, don't
That
let
does sound
fat.
crazy.
Yeah, I had a lot of guys trying to get this old pussy. And it was really weird because I've never been hit on ever. Okay. Never have I been. I mean, I've had more guys hit on me in the last 3 months than I probably had in my entire life. It's just really weird for me. I'm not used to it. I mean, I used to weigh 444 pounds. I'm down to 198.
Damn.
And yeah, so,
Good for
and I
you.
got teeth, and I'm like, I'm just living my dream out here in Austin.
yeah.
I moved here just to get on Kill Tony and do stand up.
Just to get dick.
Oh, I can get the D whenever I want. Okay. But
you're a
I
woman.
like being single. Let me tell you why. When I am involved with a dude, because like I said, I'm strictly dickly. I tried switching teams. I'm really good at it till it's my turn. I'm not good anymore. So I stay strictly dickly. And because I focus on everyone, or I focus on the man and not myself. And so I have a dog that I need to focus on. I need my stand up. I write every day. Even when I was homeless for the last month and a half that I moved here, I was writing every day, trying to find funny in what was going on. So I have been writing stand up for a while because I used to introduce bands. And I used to go into shows and, write something funny that I would talk about.
So you're comfortable in front of a crowd?
Oh, yeah. I've been on stage in front of really big crowds. I also went to the Ohio State University late in life. I didn't start college till I was like 38 with fucking, 4 kids. And I was on an ensemble, and I played in front of 36,000 people before. I've been to mega churches where I've got up on stage with a guitar and used to sing in front of 17,000 people. So I love being on stage. I like being I just like making people laugh. That's my thing. I like making people laugh. And when you can laugh at yourself and make fun of yourself and do it in a way that it's not just self-deprecation. You can really talk about it. Like, I have a really good joke that I start out with where I say, I have gained and lost so much weight in my life. I'm pretty sure the stretch marks that are right around my bee hole look like rings on a tree stump. That's funny. And I don't know if it's true or not. I've never seen my bee hole up close, but I can see my pubes now after losing all that weight. You guys talk about gaining inches, and when you guys lose weight, well, when I lost all this weight, I had 9 pounds of skin taken off my stomach, and I have I have no fupa anymore. I have a brand new vag. So Nana's got a brand new vag, but I'm way overshare.
Yeah, I love it. You're like, damn, I lost all this weight. I didn't know I had a foot of bush.
Yeah, I had all this bush, and now I can trim it myself. I can paint my own toenails, and I can tie my own shoes. And I'm healthier at 58 years old than I was at 38 years old.
That deserves a clap for sure. Good for you. That's awesome.
I had the clap either. Got a lot.
Oh,
never had the clap.
Well, you still have time. Like you said, I think that I don't know. I haven't seen any real statistics, but I've seen my own personal statistics.
Yeah.
And I have to say, if you look at my Pornhub search history, right? GILF is on the rise.
GILF is on the rise because there's ladies that are my age that are grandmas that are getting in shape and getting teeth and new glasses and letting their hair grow
and trimming that bush.
Trimming that bush up. It's not.
But don't. Real men like it.
You know what? It's funny. Have you guys ever heard of the thing called a merkin? A merkin is like
Yeah, damn right. I'm American.
it's a no, not a merkin, a merkin, MERKIN. It's a wig for your hoo-ha because they make all these period films now where everyone's back in the olden days. They didn't shave their bush back in then. They had 70s full-grown bush, you know. So you can buy a wig for your pussy.
Yeah.
If you had all that stuff shaved, or not, what's it called?
Back when women were women.
Yeah, but they do this electrolysis. That's what they do. They remove it forever. Bitches, that's where all your hormones are, is in your pubis area. And you're shaving off all your stuff. And it's just I don't know. I'm sorry. I like a trim.
I don't know.
I like it trim. Okay, but I don't like it bald. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't agree with that because every time my girl shaves her, you know, down there, that's when that hormones.
That's when that hormones. I got you.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people think that when you're older and you have a lot of sex with a lot of different men, they call you a whore. I call it time saving. Okay. I'm getting older. I like the young yums. You know, I don't fuck around with anyone younger than my kids. My oldest boy is going to be 43 this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I started really hella young, so I don't like doing that. But, you know, I've always been a tomboy. I've always hung around with the boys because they like to do things I like to do. Drive fast cars, listen to rock and roll, go to concerts, do drugs, you know, shoot pool, shoot darts, and you know, ride motorcycles. And that's the kind of stuff. And fuck, you know, because that's what guys like to do. And so I don't have a lot of girlfriends until I moved to Austin, Texas, and I found some really nice chicks to hang out with, you know, comedians, of course, people that are, you know, working with comedians, whatever. And Texas is the most welcoming state I've ever been to. Austin is very welcoming compared to, I used to live in East Oakland. Okay, I moved here from East 14th and Bancroft Avenue area. Not a nice neighborhood, where I literally had to carry a taser during the day and a pistol at night to walk this little tiny dog. So here, though, everyone is really super duper nice, and I like that. I've met a lot of comedians over waiting to get on Kill Tony. I got to tell you guys something really funny. I don't mean to take up all your time, but there was this chick. And she had on this beautiful little blue dress, and her hair was done, her nails were done. And she was sitting there getting very impatient. And she got up and she walked up and said, "Listen, I have been here for 45 minutes and they haven't called my name to go up yet." And he goes, "Lady, there are people that have been here for years that haven't been called up yet." Yeah. And she looked like...
This was at Kill Tony?
Off. Yeah, she thought she was, because she was there, her name was going to get pulled. She had been waiting 45 minutes.
Total woman move.
And I was like, "Bitch, I've been here for a year. What are you talking about?" I haven't been here for a total year. Yeah. I flew back and forth for a while. But yeah, that kind of blew me away, that she thought she was just going to get her name picked because she was here.
Well, you know? William Montgomery, I think he said that he was going there for like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Before he got pulled on his first time.
I have a friend named Debbie. Hey, Diamond Deb, we do it. We're starting a podcast called Roll Up Comedy. She's in a wheelchair. She can walk a little bit, but she's in constant pain. So we're doing this thing, and she's signed up 82 weeks. She has signed up and not been called. So it's kind of frustrating, you know, for some people. And then you see other people that get pulled over and over again. You know, you'll see the same person get pulled 4 times in like 6 months. And that frustrates people that have been going there for a long time and never had a chance, you know. And I'm just hoping they'll fucking call me already. I've been working on this bit for a year. I want to move on from this bit. I want to tell this introduction bit to the Kill Tony fan base, get it out there so I can turn it into a longer bit, which it started as originally. You know, you write out everything. I have a TBI, traumatic brain injury. I have a hard time comprehending things because I had my head caved in. So I have to hand write out my jokes and rewrite them over and over and over again to cut the fat to get down to the heart of the joke so I can memorize it. So it's rewriting. So I've got this fucking thing down to a minute. And now I want to hurry up and get it out there so I can expand it back into the 4-minute bit it started out as. You know what I mean? Or 3, whatever. You know, so it does get frustrating because you have that minute you want to share just with Kill Tony for the first time. And then every joke I write in 1-minute bits because you can always add, but you can't fucking subtract.
True.
You still got to get that set up punch to get your laughs in, you know?
Right.
So every joke I write is 1 minute and then I expand on them.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Well, it seems like you have a good comedic head on your shoulders. It seems like you're doing everything right. I'm glad to see that you have proper housing now and you're doing your thing out in Austin. And I really hope to see you. I've been looking every week. I haven't been watching Kill Tony every Monday like I used to, but I'll watch it like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right.
I've been looking to see if you get pulled. And
Man,
my fingers are crossed for
you.
you.
A real quick thing I want really quick. September 27th, I'm doing a thing with the Comedy Cowboys. And it is a show. It's my first show. I'm being kind of like, it's called Comedy Cowboys. It's Tuesday, May 27th at 8:30 at Annie's Day and Night, 7107 East Riverside in Austin, Texas. There's probably a lot of comedians, you know, Trey and Lindsay Campbell are going to be there. Ben Williams, Vinny Rashi, Diamond Deb.
Carlos going to be there?
Solomon and Robert are going to be there. Carlos isn't on this one, but Alex Cunningham and Derek Dimple are at this one. So, yeah, it's really cool. If you could follow me on Facebook, you can go there and get tickets or share it. That would be great if you can share it if you're in Austin. You know, a lot of Austin comedians are part of this group, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, I will clip that for you as well, and we'll share it.
That'd be really awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but if you don't already, follow her at Blazing Nana on both Instagram and Facebook.
And TikTok.
And TikTok.
YouTube. And I think I started a Patreon. I'm not sure. I also have an OnlyFans. I wanted to make sure I got the name just in case. And I might need a new car, so I might be doing bong rips and telling dick and fart jokes on OnlyFans to make some extra money.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't want a Blazing Nana fucking doing dick jokes and bong rips for a car?
Yeah, man. Hey, gotta hustle.
Damn right. Well, it was a pleasure having you on.
You guys are the best.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care. All right, everyone's favorite Nana. You can also find her on Feet Finder. All right, let's get down to it. Funny woman. She's really working out her craft. All right. Final joke concept of the night. Imagine you wrote The Matrix. What would the blue pill and red pill be?
All right. I'm just gonna kick it off with my favorite that I saw on this so far. This one comes from Alex Krieg, and he said, "The blue pill, a hairy pussy. Red pill, you remove the merkin and see how deep the nana hole goes."
Nice.
But there were some good ones.
Dan Stinson said, blue pill, entire population is disabled. Red pill, it just disappeared. Damn it. I shouldn't have started at the top of the list. I think he said red pill, nobody has fingers.
I think that's what it said. I copied it down, but it's like halfway up my list. But we'll get back to it. Jordan Shepard said, blue pill, Viagra. Red pill, Molly.
Phil Lombardo said blue, does nothing. Red, illegal dick pill.
AK said, Oxy and Perk, and the movie never gets finished. And Amanda Burns, I don't know which pill is which. She just said Anne Frank and Hitler.
That makes it even better.
Like I get
Dan-
to be
Oh,
Anne Frank, or I get to be Hitler. That really changes it.
Yeah, right. Dan Stinson said blue pill, peace on earth. Red pill, no tax on tips. Okay.
Zach No Breaks Estrada says, the blue pill takes you to Travis's house where everything is logical and makes sense. The red pill takes you to Harmon's house where you get to fuck bitches and get funny.
Man, he is really pandering tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, and it's working for you. I don't know. Like, yeah, there ain't no bitches getting fucked in my pad, unfortunately.
Only one over here,
Yeah.
and that's me. I'm that bitch. Zach also said both would be pure LSD. Then the movies would make sense.
Been there, done that. Also, I saw the Animatrix in that particular state of mind, and that's the way to see that movie. To see all this.
Oh, shit.
Highly
Yeah.
recommend it.
Matrix is my favorite, dude. The Matrix is my favorite movie by far. Favorite trilogy for sure. Well, now there's 4, but
yeah. I don't think anyone. I think we could do with forgetting the 4th one. Kyle Yankowski says, red pill, you have to live life as a tranny. Blue pill, you have to live life as a gay dude.
yeah.
All right.
Kyle also said red pill, you got white water rafting in an inner tube. Blue pill, you have to go white water rafting in a church with a priester tube. Kyle, are you okay, dude?
Villain arc, man. Villain arc. Andy Dellinger says, blue means you're gay. Red means you don't know you're gay.
Oh, shit, I took the red pill. Mandela effect.
From Will Conway, blue pill. See all the spaceships. Red pill. See all the entities.
That'd be sick.
Ooh, from Dan Stinson, blue. 9/11 every month. Red. Re-Holocaust, but with scheduled breaks for everyone.
Brian Lewis said, blue is you're always about to poop, but never quite do. Red, every time the truth gets deeper, you violently crop dust your family at dinner with no regards. And then Dan responded to that, and he said, you're just describing being 40.
Yeah, I'm 34, and that's not too far off. Clinton Patrick Cofia says, if I wrote The Matrix, the blue pill would be download your consciousness into Wally Robot, and the red pill would be instant death. Yeah,
that'd be a cool movie.
Describing the near future.
Yeah.
Kyle Yankowski says, the red pill, get beat off by Zach Estrada. Blue pill, get beat off by a gorilla. The only difference is the gorilla has more limbs.
That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe a handicap gorilla. You never know.
But 100 men could never take Zach No Breaks Estrada.
No.
Zachary Melton says, the blue pill gives you white privilege. The red pill gets you beat by the cops. Oh, I found the Dan Stinson one you were trying to read. Dan Stinson says, blue pill, entire population is disabled. Red pill, no fingers for anyone. So you were right.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach No Breaks Estrada says, Blue, you can cook like Kyle. Red, you're funny.
What are you trying to say? Kyle can't cook like Kyle and isn't funny?
I mean,
Kyle took both pills, I guess.
yeah, no, he going crazy. Kyle also said, Red pill, you have to finger a gorilla. Blue pill, you have to get fingered by a gorilla. And he also said, Red pill, you have to see Harmon's helicopter video. Blue pill, you have to see Travis do the same video. Less a helicopter, more of a fidget spinner.
What a visual.
This one's it's a three-parter. Part one, Zachary Melton says, Blue pill, you wake up next to your sister. Red pill, you wake up next to Blazing Nana. And then he went on to say, Blue pill, you wake up as your sister. Red pill, you wake up as Blazing Nana. And then Zach No Breaks Estrada followed that up with, Blue, you wake up as your sister. Red pill, you wake up as the guy filming you and your sister.
Oh man, it's either you're your sister and you're getting fucked by you, or you're the guy filming you fucking your sister. That's a deep one, Zach.
I would probably take the red pill so I have the opportunity to gouge my eyes out.
Yeah, right?
Zach No Breaks Estrada said, I like this one. I never really got behind the concept of red pill and blue pill. I would probably snort both of them before I had a chance to hear the questions.
Yeah, I had a joke similar to that in the past. That's where this came from. I had an old joke about me being an addict, and if I were Neo, I would just snort both pills.
Yeah, back when I was an addict, I was more of a crush them up, put them onto some aluminum foil, and then kind of vape them up through a pen tube.
You strike me as like a turkey baster kind of guy.
I dabbled.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like I occasionally gave assistance to people dabbling much with the same. That was crazy.
Oh yeah,
times.
you told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I won't go too deep into that. But yeah. Well, I did
You
go
already
deep into
did.
that. Yeah.
All right, I found my favorite one on here personally. Dan Stinson, Red Pill. The truth of the tragic John Benet Ramsey murder is revealed. Blue Pill. McDonald's returns its glorious all-day breakfast menu. Oh man, McDonald's does have to do that, man. I don't eat McDonald's, but every now and then I do be eating McDonald's, but it's only for breakfast. It's the fucking steak bagel. Oh my god, that steak bagel. It's not real meat. I don't know what the fuck they're making that out of, but it is delicious.
I don't know. I always go for the. I never cared for the steak stuff. It tasted like dog food to me. I always got the bacon one.
I think that's why I like it, because I got that dog in me.
Yeah.
It's
No other
good.
reason for it. All right, I'm looking for a winner. There's a few more.
All right, while you're looking for a winner, I will keep going. Kyle Yankowski, Red Pill, I cook you dinner. Blue Pill, I play the crystal bowls for you. Oh, that sounds amazing. I'm taking both pills.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll break sobriety for that one. That sounds just like a wonderful evening, man. All right, and yes, we do have a clear winner.
Okay.
I probably should have scrolled back up to it before I said that. Okay.
Real quick. Will Conway said, Blue Pill, you can only listen to NPR. Red Pill, you can only listen to Christian radio.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I just fucking eek, stab my ears.
Honestly, when NPR plays music, it's actually not bad. Okay. So, you ready for the winner?
Yes, sir.
The winner is Red Pill. The truth of the tragic JonBenet Ramsey murder is revealed. Blue pill. McDonald's returns its glorious all-day breakfast menu. And that was from Mr. Dan the Man Stinson. Check them messages, my dude. There he is.
Yo.
You seem surprised.
Nah, he had to turn his volume down. He's fucking up. Look at the sound guy fucking up.
I got too much stuff going on in here, man.
Yeah.
Too many knobs to twist.
You're yeah, you were probably in there twisting your knob right before you came on.
Only because you guys are on the screen. That's why you guys got to get in. Start doing this in 1080. I can't get hard to anything that's like if you're like 480p or less, it's not gonna work.
Well, I look good. Harmon, on the other hand, looks like a Japanese pussy.
Hey, you know what? I'm just
Yeah,
seeing
he's
that.
been knocking them out all night.
Yeah, he has. I'm just seeing that now on my screen. Like what I see, I look good, dude. But then I look on Facebook, and yeah, I am a little blurry. What the fuck's going on? I don't look as bad as Dan.
I gotta shave. I look like shit.
I don't mean physically. I mean, yeah. I'm talking about like on the scale of which Asian country porn do we look? Like you're definitely Japanese.
I'm like the guy that's visiting.
Yeah.
I'm a traveling salesman with way too much money.
What's new, man?
Not a whole lot. Just been playing some drums and writing some jokes and trying to think of stuff to do for upcoming podcast ideas, stuff like that.
Yes, sir. We were talking about that a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's still. I actually had a half a message typed up to you just to let you know I'm still in the process of doing things. It'll take a little bit of time, but I got some ideas.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I never, said 100%. And you never even asked me. You were like, I'm just trying to find somebody that's compatible or whatever. And I was like, yo, we'd probably be all right together. I think people would like that. I would like it.
Yeah. And that, the thing is too, there's kind of like a third person that I have in mind that I've been thinking about, and I've just been kind of keeping an eye on a few different people. So just kind of want to sort that. You know how it is. You get into business with people, you want to kind of make sure they're not going to do some crazy shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I get that. I've already had that happen multiple times here at the Comedy Writers Guild.
Yeah, he'll have that.
Yeah. Travis has always remained solid.
Yeah. No, I like Travis, and you've been. I've seen the lights come off, or the lights come on behind you now, and you're like making jokes and shit. Like you. I don't know if you're getting any credit in here or not, but you've been saying some really funny shit here. Like,
oh, for sure.
Yeah, I get told constantly I get paid to do something on this fucking podcast.
some of the stuff you should like go back and write some things down. I think they'd be good for you. You got some good stuff out of nowhere really fast. I like it.
Thank you. I actually have took in some bits that got laughs on here and threw them in my joke book, and it actually wasn't on this podcast. I'm gonna fuck up my own joke, but something along the lines of, you ever smoke that CBD weed? It's like fucking a fleshlight with a condom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I didn't hear that one. That's good.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Have you written any more joke concepts?
I have just the start of an idea that I don't know what the fuck to do with it. So it's like, can you imagine being the first person to pitch the idea of a sperm bank? You have to go walk into a real bank for a small business loan and explain the process of the whole operation to a bewildered and disgusted banker. and just something along the lines of that.
Oh my God, that's fucking gold, dude.
I have one for you too, Harmon. So what's your least favorite race? Mine. Mine, hands down, has to be the Kentucky Derby.
As a guy who sells suits for a living, I fully agree with that.
I one other just for the dumb Pope stuff today. It said that today the new Pope was installed. Upon arrival, they adorned him with his traditional garb, which included the Pope's hat, robes, and worldwide pedophile ring.
Yo, that Kentucky Derby one, man.
Yeah,
That's great.
It'll
I've
be
thrown
even
that out a couple times. It just people are like, wait, what the fuck? For a minute, like
it'll be
little
even
hold your breath moment.
It'll be even better doing it at the comedy club and saying Kentucky Derby after like 3 people are like black.
Like no, that wasn't really a call and response.
Yeah. It's like wait. Before you answer, no. Yeah. So I saw this earlier. I took a screenshot because I had a feeling you might be on. So Trey Campbell said, "Damn, the new Pope is American," and then you commented and you said, "No more outsourcing pedophile rings." That was great. And then he also said that the new Pope was from Chicago.
Yeah.
Right. So I said, "Crust be with you."
Yeah, fucking that'll be interesting. Yeah, I don't think I have too many. I had one other. It's a roast joke, but I don't know. I feel like I've heard somebody else say this. It's also sperm bank related.
Yo, have you been donating your time?
Nobody will take it. Can't give this stuff away.
Yeah, right.
No, it's just a roast joke. Like if say you're talking about like say Tony Hinchcliffe, you'd be like, Tony Hinchcliffe is so gay he took out a small business loan from a sperm bank.
Yo.
But I'm not 100% sure if I've heard that somewhere.
Nah. I think if we would have heard that, it would have been from David Lucas.
A lot of sperm ideas splashing around.
Yeah, splashing around. So we talked last time you were on about you potentially wanting to go up and actually hit a mic.
Yeah.
Are you still thinking about doing that?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I've actually been trying to jot down stuff more. And I think the last time I was on here, I had like one thing.
No, you had 2.
Oh yeah.
I remember.
I got like,
Hell yeah.
lots of stuff, a lot of junk, but a couple things that I think if I like mess around with it, it might go somewhere. And I don't know anything about this business particularly, and I noticed like if I try to talk to like active comics, I get like a lot of just weird advice and stuff. So I think I'm just better off kind of just doing it my own way.
Yeah.
It's very similar to like when I was in the band stuff and music stuff. There seems to be like a lot of people are out there doing great stuff, and then there's like some ornery people that are just mad that you're even doing this thing that they like can't quite get where they want to be in it.
Yeah,
so, like,
jealous people.
Yeah, and it's like jealous of somebody that's not even doing what you're doing. Like you're already doing the thing, chill. Like
yeah. Just do your thing, continue doing your thing, or do your thing better and stop being jealous.
Well, one of the things is like with the advice, I started asking people like, okay, like if I go to a open mic or whatever, just what should I do? I've never even like attended one, and a lot of people just said they just go in and kind of shoot off the cuff. And for me, I'd like to at least have a few things to go on. Otherwise, I'll just have a panic attack.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, here's a good tip, right? And this was given to me.
Mm-hmm.
Have a drink on stage and have it like sitting on the stool next to you, and have your phone open next to your drink. So you can go over, grab your drink, look at your phone, look down at your phone, and take a sip and put it down, and you can see your next joke. And then before you walk away, like as you're going back to the mic, just kind of like swipe up a little bit on your phone so that you're down a little bit lower, and just use that.
I was just gonna carve it all into my arm.
You could do that too. That
90s
is
style.
Yeah, that is dedication right there. Nah, dude, I would love to see you hit a fucking mic, dude. I would.
No,
love-
I'd like to. And where I'm at, I'm in Wisconsin. I'm pretty close to where Skyline Comedy is, which is a place they get a lot of, people up there. And then we have like a bigger place in Madison that a lot of people like to go. But I need to find whatever like the, local level thing is around here. And where I'm at, there's not a ton of stuff like that. So I just got to put in the work and look. It's just been, a whole lot going on and just try to get prepared for that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But also keep in mind, I wish I knew this more when I first started. Open mics are not meant to be taken too seriously.
No, I get that. And like, here's the thing. I've done like music versions of these things, and like, I'm the kind of guy that like, I will, like, if I'm going to go play in a band, like before I go to band practice, I sit and play my guitar for an hour before I go to band practice. So I'm not fucking around wasting everybody's time. And that's just my mindset with stuff. Even if it's low level and I'm not, great at it or whatever the fuck, I still want to like, for my own comfort and ability to walk in with some confidence, I have to know that I can have some things to fall back on. Like I know I can at least do ABC no matter what,
Yeah. Like I do the same thing with different things. Like before I go to a sperm bank, I jerk off for an hour. I just want to have the confidence when I walk in there. I smack it around, get it all chubbed up, just to have something to fall back on.
Yeah. I leave the lid just fucking loose.
You're like, grab it from the top, yeah, that's funny, man. No, that's good. Practice beforehand and all that.
Yeah.
But I think
it's mainly it's getting ready for that, and then just like the stuff with family and stuff, like all the school stuff's getting done for the year, and all that nonsense is almost over, and I can kind of get to regular days for a little bit, and I can kind of get my life in order for a little bit. So
yeah, as regular as it can get, right?
Yeah. Well, because dude, we've been doing like homeschool and stuff.
Oh wow.
So it's been like a little involved for the last
You tell your kids how you're banging their teacher.
I should. Wait,
He's
I'm
like,
the teacher.
if you fail this test, I'm gonna fuck your teacher.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. After I get back from the sperm bank,
yeah,
that ass is mine. Yeah.
You guys see how much this is costing us in sperm?
Oh my god. You know how many loads got you through college?
You like those lights?
You like this peacock lamp?
Yeah.
All right, well, Dan, as always, man, I fucking love having you on, brother.
I like being here.
Yeah, your last concept was great. You had two really good ones that stood out to me tonight.
Do you have one going on right now? Is there
No,
another?
that was the last one.
Okay.
Yep. So we're about to get Mr. Offender on here.
Hell yeah.
Travis, if you could send that out, please.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll jump off of here so you guys can get to the person with some energy.
Yes. God, dude, this was great energy, man.
Yeah.
It was great.
I'm feeling much better than our last thing here.
Yeah, I think both of us were kind of like in like a kind of mood that last episode.
Dude, I literally was at the hospital all day thinking I was like having a heart attack.
Oh, that's right.
So, I like had an EKG and all this shit, and like they're telling me, look, oh, we don't know, wait in 2 weeks and we'll tell you what's happening. So I was like kind of like sitting white knuckling it for a couple days.
That's tough, man.
Which apparently is bad if you have a heart condition.
Yeah, apparently.
But I don't, so time to start being reckless again.
Fuck yeah.
All right, I'll get out of your way. Thanks for having me.
Brother. Yeah, man. Have a good night.
Peace.
Peace, bro.
And if you can, go check him out on TikTok later. Hold on, turn that volume down, Offender.
Done.
That was
Thank
the
you, sir.
quickest transition we ever had.
Yeah, right. Offender is trans. Go check out Dan Stinson, or no, I'm sorry,
Danzilla.
Danzilla drums on TikTok. Damn. Yo, I don't know if you got an air conditioner blowing or what, dude, but it sounds like a fucking hurricane in here.
I think they.
Are we better now?
Yes.
That's better, yes.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you, sir. Nah, no problem, man. No problem. So we got Mr. Jacob Offender Delegal about to give us all a fucking. Oh man, I fucked that up.
Helicopter ride.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. What do you call that? When the lights flash? Epileptic seizure. That's what it was.
Yeah,
what's going on, man?
that's
What's
wonderful.
new?
Oh, fellas, it's good to see you.
You too, dude.
And you.
Dude, it's been so busy, dude. There's been so much crazy stuff, dude. Crazy stuff, dude. Let's just start off by saying, hey, what a great episode, gentlemen. Really, really cool. Dude, that kid, sharp as a tack, dude. To be what, he just turned 18?
Yeah, a month ago.
Bro, way to go, man. Way to go. I heard you talking about, oh, we're late to the game. Yeah, dude, I do feel that way, you know?
Yes.
And then, like, to look back, like, if I could go back and do it all over again, like, for sure, bro. I wish that I would have had that concept. It's almost like when Rogan said, like, I never realized that you could actually do that as a career. He's like, it took me a while to click. And then he was like, but he was still young, too. I mean,
Yeah.
Rogan was maybe, like, in his teens, 19, 20. But that kid interview was great. I'm really glad that Blazing Nana got on. Dude, as a person that she just rolled up into the scene not too long ago, and she was already a member of the CWG, right?
Yeah.
And the first couple times I seen her, like, I could tell that she knew who I was, but I was a little bit lost by, like, how did she know me and the way that she did, you know? And then I connected the dots and was like, oh, shit. That's a CWG OG member right there.
Yes, sir.
And so that's really cool. And she's sweet as can be, dude. Nice as can be, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's really interesting hearing everyone's stories talk about, like, their comedy writing process. You know, like that young kid talking about using, maybe it wasn't him, but someone tonight was saying that they relied basically on their first material for a while, and then it took them a while to get in the mode. And then Blazing Nana said that she's waiting for her Kill Tony thing to where she can start working on other stuff. And like, as a person that went through that, like, same thing and a little bit differently, you know, I originally had my first minute, and then when I got here and started doing mics and started seeing the pausing and then learning about inflection and learning about energy and even act outs, even the outfit, like everything that it takes to make your bit work for you, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I resonate with things that both of them said. And so I think that's really cool that the podcast actually brings it out.
And you actually touched on that when you were talking to me earlier this week. You've always had that infectious energy, as Mario puts it, right? But that's something I feel like you've been working on recently too, because you were talking about you'll never be one of those guys that just stands there with the mic. You're going to be getting down in the crowd. You're going to hold the mic in your hand. You're going to be getting down on, you know, not on your knees, but like, you know, squatting down, getting down eye level and walking across the stage and doing things. You just have that energy. So, you know, that touches on that. And I feel like that's something that you've been working on, is tapping into that lately. Am I right?
Oh, well, I mean, for sure. I mean, like, what I had said to you the other day was essentially that, like, even in my normal life, I'm not standing here still. That I'm a very animated person. And so it makes the most sense for me as an animated person to bring that same quality of my personality to my stage presence.
Of course.
Because it's going to be the most genuine. It's going to be the most relatable, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure. And that's a cool thing. Like you said, that's a cool thing about this podcast, is because no matter who you ask, what does your comedy writing or your creative writing process look like? It's always a different answer. Always. And it's always a great answer because somebody who's in the chat can benefit from it. Like, oh, you know what? That really resonates with me. I think that's the way I'd like to do it. So it's pretty cool.
Well, one thing I will add that every comedian should have in their creative writing podcast is a great group of friends and a community that you can reach out to at any moment in time, just like CWG's. Because at CWG, we have people that support comedy. We have people that love comedy. And we have people that are willing to separate their time out of their day to help you in your process of writing the joke. And
Absolutely.
so that's my pitch today for CWG.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And I touched on it earlier, but we used to have the Discord that really helped out a lot of people. We haven't been in that much lately, but it's still always there to utilize. So if you ever have a concept or something you want to work out, hop in the Discord. It automatically notifies everybody every time something's put in there. So if you type something in there and you get no response, people are just being assholes at the time. But most of the time, you put something in there and somebody will get back to you. So if you have something you want to work out, hey guys, go in the Discord, be like, hey guys, anybody want to hop in the voice channel real fast and work something out? I got a bit.
Yeah, I'm about to go on stage. I got a new joke,
Yeah.
And it's important, even if not on CWG, you need good friends around you that are willing to listen to your jokes, and you have to be able to be like critiqued. You have to be, if you ask someone, hey, what do you think about this? Don't get offended or pissed off when they give you some constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Be ready for that as well. Like when you open those doors up to someone else to like comment on your comedy and you're asking them for help, listen to that help.
Yeah. Well, that's something that you did. So you've taken your own advice. When you got out there, man, I feel like you found a solid group of comics, man. Very solid group. From Mario, JP, all the guys. One time you had like fucking 10 guys in the van,
Yeah.
And I know that was a wild night.
Yeah, OnlyFans, really, we made a lot of money that night, bro. It was insane, dude. I've never made so much money on OnlyFans, dude.
You got a new generator like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've surrounded yourself with like some solid people and some solid comics. And that's the way to go, man. So
yeah, I mean, Austin is good for that. I would say that, every person is different. I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody's going to get along with me or think that I'm the bee's knees, which is fine. And I've been that way my whole life. So, like, coming to a comedy scene, to be honest, like, I'm a high testosterone individual. Like, I'm blue-collared worker from in the fields, and I've had a shit fucking life. And so there's some guys, I'll be honest, there's not, like, many men in the comedy scene. Sometimes it's like, band nerds and theater nerds and nerds,
Mm-hmm.
My daddy used to call them pussies, but I'm not going to be that mean.
Me is what he's saying.
No, but what I mean by that is that a lot of people might mistake like who I am as a person and my personality as someone in high school that picked on them. But that has never been me. I'll never be that type of guy. I was the type of guy that like looked after the kids in the wheelchairs and like stuck up for like the less fortunate. I've always been that way. At least I will say, like, my mom did raise me right in that aspect of like, you never know where you could be. You should be grateful for everything you got. And so I try to live my life by that. But sometimes it takes people, even in prison, bro. How do you think prisoners took me? If nerds think me as an asshole and like the protagonist, prisoners looked at me like, who's this fucking overly positive, talkative? This guy's a snitch. He's it was a hell of a hill to climb over. And like, dude, I gave the guards hell. Like when we couldn't get toilet paper or when they wouldn't come in and we needed medical attention, I was the one kicking doors down saying, what the fuck are y'all doing? Holding people accountable. I don't care who or what you are, I believe in personal accountability, especially if people are there. I'm already in your domain. So like unfortunately the city has put you in charge of me. So you need to make sure that like I have my basic needs. I'm not asking for too much, but some fucking toilet paper when
Me and you are very similar in that sense because I talk about accountability all the time. I hold myself. I talk about it all the time. I hold myself to a higher standard than everybody else. It's probably why I'm so depressed all the time because it's such a high standard. But at the same time, you have to, man. And I'm the type of person that, like, if you're going to give me constructive criticism, or even if you're just going to give me criticism, I'll take it on the chin because I can look at it and be like, all right. Is this valid or is it invalid? If
Well,
it does,
I feel like sometimes a lot like opinions and jokes, you have to judge a person's intentions, not how you feel and how you perceived it, but what was their intention. If their intention is to tell you a joke or to tell you the truth of their opinion, then be able to emotionally separate yourself from that and not. Now, does that always work? No, bro. Sometimes I even fall short of that goal,
yeah.
So,
But that's a very solid advice, though. I agree with that 100%.
So you want to hear the craziest story that happened to me this week? I'll tell it really fast.
Let's go.
All right, dude. I fucking hosted. Was it on Sunday? It was on Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday going into Monday.
Yeah. Sunday going into Monday. I got to host my very first show. Like, officially, I'm the host at Narbar on Sundays at 10 o'clock. As far as the show went, I did okay. Okay. There's slight chance that the Alabama redneck that had drank probably about 6 beers mispronounced almost every single person's name. Like, it was like, even guys that I know, like Matt Riviera, or I did it again! God damn it!
Matt Rivera.
His name is Matt Rivera, bro.
Rivera.
He's a legend in this city, dude.
Bro, give me
God
that beer.
damn it.
Fuck. Matt Riviera.
I'm sorry, bro. He is Puerto Rican. He didn't cross the Riviera. It was the Atlantic, but he's a legend in the city, and he really I really care about making a good impression on him, And I fucked it up. But you know what's so great about him and his partner Alzar Guzman is that they know I'm new and they know that I'm learning, and they're giving me the rope to express myself and have fun. And literally after 3/4 of the show of mispronouncing names, I came up to him and I was like, yo, what if I keep this trend going and I purposely mispronounce this one guy's name, which was JP Hinsdale.
Oh, Hinsdale.
JP. Yeah. And I introduced him as JP Hillside. and then as he got off stage, I called him JP Landslide. And that one killed even more, bro. It was great.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean any disrespect to JP. He's an amazing comedian. He's funny as fuck. I was just trying to really keep the rift and the trend going. And this is what I want to say about those producers, Matt and Alzar. They allowed me that opportunity to have some comedic fun.
Yeah. And
I'm still, no matter how much little bit of success or whatever I've gotten, I'm still very new at this thing that we call comedy. I'm not even halfway through my first year. It's a lot to take on to be at this position. And so I really appreciate them in this early development stage giving me that opportunity. Bro, they're doing a mic every day. Every day they got one going on at Narbar, which is insane, dude.
Yeah.
We got either an open mic or a showcase or both going on every night. So
I have to ask, how did JP take the landslide? How did he take
what is it, the lyric? The hills brought him down.
The landslide
bring you down. Yeah. No, they're comedians, bro. And listen, at the end of the day, man, I'm the type of guy, I will talk some shit. I will also call you out. If you're full of shit and you're a piece of shit, I'm the first one to walk right up to you, dead to your face, and let you know, hey, everybody else may be scared to tell you this in this community, but that behavior right there is unacceptable.
Yeah.
And if I ever offended someone, I would apologize right away. It's not my intentions. Back to what I just said a second ago, judge a person's intentions, not the way you perceive it,
Mm-hmm.
And I would do my best to settle that. But hopefully, like, if you're a comic, you're a fucking comic. Hopefully you can take a joke. If you can't, like, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah.
So after that great, awesome experience, I leave. Mind you, I'm in the orange jumpsuit. I wore it as the host, just try to help, like, you know, create a little buzz and, you know, keep people entertained. We go to Creek in the Cave. They all know me there. We have a great time. Have one last drink for the night. Stop at my favorite burger place. Or no, we got Chinese that night.
Sushi.
Yep. Then we're walking back to the bus, which this night in particular, I paid $45, which was like 4 blowjobs, bro. That's like fucking 3 hours worth of work, dude. It takes a lot. Okay. $45 for this parking spot. I'm like, we're right behind the mothership.
Yeah.
This is where they park. This is perfect. We're walking up. I'm about 30 yards away, and I see my side door open like, you know, somebody's in there hitting my old lady. And I look at my buddy Gary, and I say, yo, dude, somebody's been on the bus. He's like, no, man. How can you tell? I'm like 30 yards away. I know every position of everything on this bus. When the windows are shut, when everything's locked up. And sure enough, I go running up, and I look in the back door, and I see 2 people. I was like, what the fuck? I opened that door, crawled through there so fast. Now, mind you, I'm in that orange jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Dude, these people were so fucking scared that I had just escaped from prison. They were like, what the fuck? It was 2 homeless people. One dude, one chick. He's trying to fuck her on my bus. They were about to be smoking crack, I'm pretty sure. They were chilling. They were like, oh, this is nice, man. This is way nicer than the cardboard box we just came from. Bro, I turned on the lights in the inside and everything. And about that time, like, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, y'all are fucking dead. Like, where's the fucking, like, because I'm from the country, you know, so somebody'd be like, you know, where's the fucking backhoe, bro? We're going to solve this problem. Y'all never do this again. You know, not that I really mean that, but fuck those people.
Yeah, I get you.
But yeah, so they are white as a ghost. Like, one guy, he looked like the Island Boys fuck Kurt Cobain. And he was like crazy looking. The other chick, she was mentally unwell. I'm not going to talk bad about the mentally unwell. And that guy was probably a predator.
Yeah.
For sure, 100%. Like trying to take advantage of a person that's a drug addict and has a mental illness.
Yeah.
You know? And so when Gary crawled through the side door, it saved us. Because he was like, we're going to get you, which I was excited about.
I'll kill these
But then I remembered, like, I don't want my friend to do something that really is not his thing, and I don't want to escalate this any further. You know, now I have an accessory. It's different when it's just you. Now you got an accessory. I don't want that on my soul. So I was like, no, calm down. And he's like, what do we do? And I'm standing at the front door. He's standing at the back door. I'm in that orange jumpsuit. I was like, fuck it, bro. Call the police, dude. You tell them they got 5 minutes, because at 5:01, I'm fucking kicking ass, dude. And them motherfuckers were there like 3 minutes and 2 seconds, dude. They were there so quick.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine being the fucking police officer that shows up on scene to a bus with 2 crackheads that are homeless and a dude in an orange jumpsuit and Gary?
Yeah, a gay guy.
I already said the dude in the orange jumpsuit.
No, but like, no, but it was crazy, bro. And I was like really mad, but I am very grateful. Like, my life has taught me one thing is like, bro, I'm so happy to be where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
And no matter how wrong I felt in that moment, I would have been wrong to cause any injury to those people that potentially had hepatitis C, because I don't want to tell my partners about my AIDS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. That last part's a joke. The cops were a little bit freaked out. They were like, and I told them, I was like, bro, just call one of your other coworkers. This is literally the 4th homeless person that I've had arrested in a month. If I get 3 more homeless people and 1 black guy, bro, I get the key to the city and get to change my name to Defender. You know, I'm like actually good for cities. So if you need great comedy in your city and want to clean up the homeless problem, fucking call your boy.
Hell yeah.
But it was weird. The very next night, Kill Tony Monday, I park in a fucking way far away place. get Uber downtown, have a great time, go back, we're kicking it. 15 minutes of being parked in this one parking lot where no one else is, very safe place. 3 Austin PD pull up and surround my vehicle. And I had left the vehicle for an undisclosed reason, which I'm not going to talk about online. But wink, wink, boys, we know you can't masturbate on the bus with other dudes on the bus. You got to go in the woods like a normal redneck. You know?
Unfortunately, yeah.
They interrupted my session, which I was quite hard about, you know. And I walk up in the prison jumpsuit, like, as they're around my vehicle. And I'm just like, hands in the air. They're not getting out of their vehicles. I'm like, oh, I don't know what's about to happen. And they finally they get out and they're like, what the hell's going on here? I was like, I'm a comedian. I'm a comedian. I'm just a comedian.
Oh, fuck. Another sight, man. Can you imagine seeing that?
Yeah, dude, my dick was still out, bro. They were pretty shocked how big it was, dude. They were like, holy shit.
And you were in the offender outfit?
Oh, yeah, dude. Just like prison, bro. Ready to go, dude. You don't even have to change me out. You can just bring me into the cell, dude. We're going to fire it up.
Yeah, your Indian name would be Orange TP.
No, but they ended up actually being really cool with me. You know, it's just one of those things, like, I get it. It's a weird scenario. You don't see a guy in an orange jumpsuit. But yeah. I'm so calm, cool, and collected. And really, bro, like, I did my time. I turned myself in, you know, and I did 13 months. And at the end of that time, the director of that building came to me and talked to me privately and was like, yo, dude, we've never had an inmate like you. We wish you the best of luck. Thank you for everything. And so I'm glad that, like, you know, I've always been that type of person. I'm trying to leave a lasting impression in a positive way on other people. You know, this right now, this comedy thing is just me trying to do something for myself. I've done a lot for everybody else, and this right here is for me.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad to hear it, dude. I always love hearing your stories. It's not like it's anything new to me, but everybody else it's new to. And, you know, maybe you have some other things cooking up that we'll talk about in the future here. But
yeah, well, now on Saturday, I had my first official like showcase that not official. I've already done a couple showcases at this point, but I've got one at the Hilton with my friend Colin Ream, and then Mario Zapata is going to be hosting it. There's Lucas McCurdy. What's the female's comic's name?
Jessica Bisitano.
Yeah, Jessica Bisitano. Like some really, really great. Now I'm like the undercard of it, but just the fact that I even got invited. Even the fact that I get the chance to be around some comedians like that, you know, it's a real honor and a pleasure.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So, cool. And Gary's show I've got on May 21st, sorry, in Denver, 2 minutes to midnight. I'm going to be out there for about a week before, just barking people in, pre-selling tickets, creating the buzz that we need. And in New York, I got hopefully 2 spots lined up that are like not just me showing up, but it's known, hey, this kid's coming from Austin. He's new to comedy, but he's funny as hell. Throw him a bone. Yeah.
We got tickets on my Instagram too, since we can't upload yours. Gary G Comedy, plug it.
Yeah, Gary G Comedy. You can look up the tickets for Denver and
Saturday.
Yeah, and Saturday. So if you're here in the Austin local area and you want to come catch a great show, Gary G Comedy on IG. Unfortunately, guys, I'm fucking locked out of my shit. And it sucks. I'm trying to figure it out. If there's anybody in the CWG network that wants to reach out to me that knows how to help me with getting my social medias back, I need them back, or else I just have to literally, like, I don't want to lose all my family photos and my life is on Facebook. I've been making videos and content for years, waiting for the moment that I could utilize it. And right now at the precipice of like the next big break, I don't want to lose all those years of content. So,
well, luckily you can use anything that you have like create. You can still go onto your profile like you're a friend, so you can still like get all that. But yeah, that's unfortunate, man.
It's a process, man. It's just
we'll figure it out. Gary, real quick, me and you spoke last week. Was it the 16th or the 23rd that you wanted to come on?
Let's do that 23rd.
The 23rd.
23rd, I'll be in
Right after the
Denver.
show.
I'll be set
Right
up
after
right
the show.
after the show. I
Okay.
would love to be on. I'm very excited. Thank you guys both so much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're doing our best out here. You know what I mean? We're grinding. We do like 4 or 5 mics a night, and it's finally hard work pays off. You know?
Yep, it does.
Very
It
excited
will.
to meet this man. And you
You're
guys.
right. Yeah, man.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you guys, thank you for coming on. As always, being the closer for us, and I hope you have a great week. And I'm sure I'll be talking to you in the next couple of days, dude.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we always talk together. Travis, man, I miss you, buddy. You're a fucking good ass fucking host of this podcast. We appreciate everything you do. Harmon, you as well.
Thank you.
And listen, I will say this. What's your little girl's name again?
I don't say her name online. I call her Booski.
Okay, that's cool. Hey, Booski, happy birthday from all of us here at the CWG.
Happy birthday, baby. Dude, she's going to love that, man. She loves you. Every time you're on the phone, she's like, can I talk to Defender? Yeah, dude.
No, I think parents and people with kids, it's a hard job to do. And like, I was raised by a single mom, and I saw the struggles that she went through, and it takes a lot. And even to be able to find your happiness in like something like this that you're doing that's separate, it feels selfish, but it's actually very important for you as well. And like, I mean, Harmon, Travis, you guys have changed many comedians' lives, and you give a great platform for them to come on and like get into writing jokes. Like Dan Stinson, no offense, brother, you got to go hit a mic now. Like if you want your man card from me, Offender, you got to go hit a mic. There's no more question about it. And I will say this, if anybody wants to know what I do on my daily routine, Joey Diaz motivational speeches. Woo! That shit'll get you so pumped. He'll say, hey, quit sucking life's dick, cocksucker. Let's go. We're going to make today our bitch. And I don't aggressively talk to people that way, but I like to talk about life that way.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, well, thank you. I'll also say thank you for shouting out Booski for her birthday too, man. You were the first person to do it. It's officially 11 minutes into her birthday, so.
And I'm the one.
You were the one.
Boom, boom. No, I'll call you tomorrow, dude. I'll sing happy birthday to her. Come on, bro.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you and have a safe week, man.
Hell yeah, man. Love you guys. Y'all be safe.
Love you, dude.
Take care, bro.
Love you, man. All right. So that wraps up episode 13. I'd like to give a special thank you to our special guest, who was Aiden Bloch. You can follow him at Aiden Bloch on Instagram, Aiden Bloch Comedy on TikTok. And yeah, real funny kid, man. Travis, you have anything you want to shout out?
Yeah. Once again, the schedule was unclear as of last week, but for the month of May, we are continuing the Vibecast every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Central Time. And next week's episode is going to feature a surprise musical guest. So, stay tuned for that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so check out the Vibecast on, man, I was thinking about it. We got to come up with Fire Gin Media.
Yep. FIREDJINNMEDIA on YouTube.
Got it. Yeah. Special shout out to everybody who made it onto the podcast tonight. Thank you for delivering the funniest punchlines of the night and being voted on. For all of you that did not make it or were runners up, congratulations on that. And hopefully we get to see you on next week. We will be here, the Comedy Writers Guild, me and Travis. Hopefully all of you guys will be here next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We love you guys and good night.
Good night.
Could you call them a bunch of cocksuckers for me?
They're all a bunch of cocksuckers, but they did a great job tonight.
That's right.
I love you.
You
brother.
did a great job. Love you, Joey.